Oops.
We're going live right now. You can tell by the way this intro screen is up, but if you're on StreamYard, you guys might be able to share it. My new Facebook profile is not privileged enough yet to stream to Facebook.
Oh, man.
So it's on my business page. It's on the YouTubes. It's on the LinkedIn.
I went through all that mess a couple years ago, maybe a year ago. That sucks. That's why that's the only reason you do the paid.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Blue check.
It's funny. They won't even let me do that yet. They won't even take my money yet.
Yeah.
They're just like, no, you're not cool enough. You haven't been here long enough. But
I know a guy. Yeah. He can jailbreak it for you.
Oh yeah.
Hey, best friend.
What does that cost?
It's $2,109.
That's not a real number. That sounds like some shit my kids would say. Reggie, we were at Shields tonight. I bought like a youth 20 gauge so my girls can. I can't believe this. In Minnesota, there is no minimum age for kids turkey hunting. Like no minimum age. Crosby could come out and turkey hunt with me, and their license costs $1 just for the transaction fee, and you get the entire season. You get from like April through May for youth turkey season. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of turkey hunting this year, is what it sounds like.
Give me that gun.
But so I got a like a 20 gauge for him. Here we go. Now, hey, we could play a game of virtual Catan now. Zig would be all about it.
Hey guys, listen, I can't stick around all of a sudden. I'll see you next time.
I just came up here. Oh, this is my new plan. This is my new plan. Whenever a guest can't show up, I'm just sending out the bat signal, and we're doing a redneck episode. Anytime somebody reschedules, anybody that wants to talk about hunting and fishing, and maybe we'll talk about some business stuff. That's the new strategy on this show. Because we're just
so what would the light be? What would the light be that's in the sky? What would the figure be?
Oh man, probably just like a bush light just tipping.
Mallard.
Could be a mallard.
It's better than a white claw.
What's in season. Yeah, depends what's in season. Might be a white claw. Could be a white claw.
Yeah, I would avenge that.
Mm-hmm. Like I'm there.
Is that at least blackberry?
Yeah, it's the only flavor, bro.
Okay.
My wife likes that flavor too.
I'm not sponsored, by the way, but I'm working.
No, Marty does really like that flavor. Like if I have to buy her some White Claws, she makes sure I get the blackberry. If they don't have it, she's like, don't even bother getting any. Apparently, it's the flavor.
She's a smart woman.
Dan, what kind of shotgun did you get your kids?
I got a Mossberg 500 youth shotgun. It's got a rifle barrel and the shotgun barrel.
Is it the super mini?
I don't think it's a super mini.
No, he got the full grown one. He got the adult version to go.
I'll tell you the full. It's the Mossberg 500 Youth Super Bantam.
20 Super
Bantam. Yep.
I was just looking at the
410.
I was just looking at the 410 for Owen for turkey hunting.
Yeah. I went 20 gauge. I got some 3-inch. They make 3-inch shells for it. Got some 5-shot 3-inch shells. Got a turkey choke. We're ready to roll.
Punt gun.
Got the punt gun. Yeah. Ordered up a punt gun. Figured we might shoot 5 turkeys all at once.
When is your turkey season open?
The third. What the hell day is it? Like not this coming weekend, but the next weekend. I think. I can't go that weekend. My season isn't until like the 26th. Yeah, my season is the 23rd through the 29th. But youth in Minnesota, I was saying before you got here, youth turkey season in Minnesota is the entire season. Like it's 6 weeks. So I can take Danny and Reggie out whenever. Which is kind of nice because who knows when they're actually going to want to go. So that is kind of a cool idea that like buys you the flexibility to actually. What the hell's going on out there? Who's watching shit on their phone? It's got to be Cole.
No. I was just bobbing to it.
Yeah. Who knows what that is?
Could be the TV in the background for me.
That is what that is. Somebody's watching. Are you watching like a nature documentary? What the hell's going on over there? I don't hear David Attenborough. That crazy British dude that narrates everything. You know,
it's Survivor. Planet Earth.
No. My wife's going to the other room. I kicked her out.
Look at Shoulder Boy over here. J Dog's in the house.
Hey,
Yo,
let's see that rotation. How we doing?
Yeah.
I'm
how's
doing all
that?
right. I get like
Oh, that's not good at all.
I get up that high. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
That's
Are you
it,
doing some
Yeah.
physical therapy?
I can go like right about there.
dude. You look like Mike Huckabee. That's not good.
Are you gonna? I mean, are you doing like physical therapy? So you're back for like hook setting mode here?
Yeah, I'm just doing it in house right now because doctor's like, if you can stay on a routine and just do your stuff that you're supposed to. I do it like 3 times a week, and then I heat it, work it out, then cold pack it. He said that's all you can do, and just get this much more motion every little time.
You go to the gym and you do the bungee exercises. Where you're
Oh
like,
no, there's none of that. Like it's it's like put your hand on the wall. Ow.
Wow, I figured.
Did
you'd be
he
better by now.
did he tell you to stay out of holes in the future?
No, they just wanted to know what it was like. They were like, "You got pictures? Like, where were you staying?" Like, they were all just like, they had no concept. They're like, ice, like fucking cold
Yeah,
ice.
stay off
And I'm
the
like,
ice. That's all you got to do. Stay off the ice.
"Yeah."
I think he would have been better out on the ice. It was the house that got him. It was being off the ice that was the problem. He should have just
Yeah.
been right on the ice. How's your knee doing? How's the knee doing?
Knee's doing good. Yeah, I've been doing like 2.8, almost 3 miles on the weekends. So
Oh, there you go.
Damn.
yeah, so I'll be that's coming along a lot better. I'm stoked.
You got 4 months. You got 4 months till Cedro, so you'd be.
Yeah, I don't
Gonna
think
be-
I'm gonna be throwing many surface irons this time. That's gonna be mostly like dropping the live bait down.
Jeremy will be like, "Hey guys, you think we should troll? You guys want to troll? Should we troll again? Hey, wait, let's go drop a line and just wait for a halibut to hit.
Exactly. That is gonna be my jam.
You won't have to twist my arm. You know,
Yeah.
I can just sit in front of the
Same
boat
here.
drinking shitty light beer and catching halibut.
Yep.
That
You know
works
how
for
to
you.
catch those butts.
Dude, I get double butts, man. I get them all. Smack. the
Cheers,
big-
fellas.
Cheers. What do you got? Not a surprise. Jeremy's got a Corona. I saw Cole was making an old fashioned. That was a pretty
There you go.
badass little drink machine you got over there,
That's
Cole.
pretty sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, but what does Randy do then? Like, I thought that was why you're dating Randy. Why do you have a machine that makes your drinks? Isn't that what you?
Well, I got her doing other things. We had to get one of those so it can make her and I a drink.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good idea. I see where you're going. Joe, what do you got
there,
over there?
Zig?
Joe's got an Eagle Rare or something.
Little Eagle Rare.
Dude, I'm just crushing a fucking thing of Tic Tacs because it's in front of me and it tastes good.
Those orange Tic
Those,
Tacs,
those
man.
California Tic Tacs.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
those aren't the ones I sent, right?
They won't stop.
Hey, those California guys, man, they're all right, dude.
I got randomly searched in Cancun, and I had those, and I was paranoid. I was texting Jeremy the whole time. I'm like, dude, are you sure you can travel with these? He's like, yeah, it's fine. They never catch you. And I get to Cancun, and I'm going through the airport, and I'm like almost to the door. I can see the bar outside, and the fucking customs agent grabs me and is like, go over there. Then they made me go through my whole bag, and I was shitting my pants the whole time.
I just imagine just sweat pouring out of your
Oh
forehead.
no, I was honest to God, like I'm going to jail. This is it. Everything's over with. I got in my bag.
I
They
trusted that
picked
guy.
it up.
from
They were like,
California.
"What's this?" I said, "It's just vitamin B."
You're like, honestly, I don't know. I just asked Jeremy. I don't
It's my
know.
wife's.
It's my kids, man. I don't know. They put it in my bag.
Yeah, it was pretty
Crazy
funny.
California.
And then,
guy.
It's a
and then I
lot
didn't wanna
different
fly
when you
back
go out
with
to
them.
Cali.
I didn't want to fly back with them, so we took. I brought 60 pills, and they were gone before we got home.
Oh wow!
We took all of them.
So,
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Yeah. The last day, I was like, "How many you guys want to take today?" I think I took 10 one day at one time.
Oh, gee. Wow.
I was vibing in the pool, man.
I bet you were.
It was a good time.
When you were feeding the pelican, did it look like a pelican to you?
What pelicans?
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. You have to go watch the replay. You gotta go watch the replay.
Just watch out for the ice hole.
Yeah.
What's going on over there,
shit.
Cole? What's
Yeah,
this
Cole, what are we
cactus
doing,
thing?
dude?
I didn't know if anybody would see that.
I thought, what the hell you got over there?
It's a carrot.
You know what it is.
My wife's in Indianapolis in a hotel right now, and there's tornadoes touching down.
Oh,
Oh, that's a
shit.
little spooky.
She's texting me from the stairwell of the hotel.
Oh, that's not a great
No.
like work travel stuff.
Yeah, she's there for work, and she's like, "Yeah, this is terrifying."
That sucks.
We have competing.
Yeah, I just had another
podcasts.
contractor reach out with the same thing in Indiana. They're out towards Evansville, and he goes, "We got a tornado on the ground."
Yeah, she's
So-
in Fishers, Indiana.
Yep.
Trevor,
Yikes.
who was that? The Wash Pros?
Jeremy Messer, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really know those
Dan,
guys.
did you
I've
even
met
post
them- met
this
them
on
before.
Facebook?
I can't. It won't let me put it on my personal page. So it's on the best damn business page, but Daniel Plata is not licensed to go live yet. I haven't
Oh.
I wouldn't trust you either. Fucking a name like that, Daniel. Like,
How
fuck.
lame, right? I'm like immediately I'm like, I'm in trouble. That's
You
all
might as
that-
well. You might as well be named Jared. You know.
could be Jared. I should
Dan,
have
what
went
did
with
you do to
the
get hacked?
I totally got spammed and I fell for it. Like that's
Really?
Yeah, I was at Kiddo Sports. Like we had Ninja, and I had my wife was traveling, so I had the 2-year-old with. And it's like my busy season, so I've got my computer, and I'm trying to keep the 2-year-old from going. It's Conquer Ninja Warrior, like American Ninja Warrior. So my girls are out practicing. My 2-year-old like wants to run out there, and he's going to be the kid that gets like kicked in the face, right? He goes right into the action. So I'm like trying to keep an eye on him. I'm working on doing like new client setups and mailing this out and doing this and working on that. And then I got a Facebook message that said like, "Hey, your account's about to get shut down." And it was right before I started running that promo video as an ad. And so I was like, shit, I don't want to get shut down. Like I'm trying to get this video set up to run it as an ad. So I just went in and I was in execution mode, where you're just like getting shit done, checking boxes off. So I checked that box off, and then I sent it to Jai, who produces our podcast, and immediately he's like, "Dude, that was spam for sure." And then I looked back and I was like, "Oh fuck, that was spam for sure." And they logged in, and I probably could have stopped it because Facebook did send me the old like, "Hey, is this you logging in from here?" But I was in Costa Rica on spring break. I wasn't checking my freaking emails. And so like a few days went by, and then by the time I got back in and checked it, they had already changed my phone number, changed my email, like all the credentials were changed.
Same exact thing.
Facebook tried to give it back to me, and they're like, "Yep, that's you. Go log in. We believe it's you." And I went to log in, and it's still sending the security code to the freaking hackers. So like they know that I'm trying to recover it, and then they're like, "No, that's not me." Right. And then enough people reported it. Like, thank you everybody out there who reported it. So they shut Crypto Dan down pretty quick. The closest it got, I don't know anybody that actually like fell for his shit. I did have a couple of people text me that are into crypto, and they're like, "Oh, I didn't know you were into crypto. What do you think about this? And what do you think about that?" I was like,
I was like, there's no way I spent fucking 5 days on the ice with this motherfucker. He didn't talk a one word about crypto.
Dude,
I was like,
We just
crypto's
talked
right
about
up there.
it.
Like
We just
Crypto's
talked
like-
about it.
crypto's like being a vegan or doing CrossFit, man. Like that's how you know. Like if somebody does it, you gonna know that they do it, right? They can't help
It's your identity. Yeah.
Yeah.
and so nobody like really fell for it, but I did have a guy that owed, I don't know, like 2 invoices worth of historical cleanup stuff. So he owed us $1,000, and he had messaged me like, "Hey, can I pay this in like a couple increments or whatever?" And he messaged me on Facebook, and so they got it, and they're like, "Yeah, just Cash App it," right? And so he was about to do it, and his wife was like, "No, that's not actually Dan. That's like Dan got hacked. That's for sure not Dan.
Oh my God.
Dan would never tell you to Cash App him, right?
Yeah.
Like he runs a business." And so he almost got had with it.
Holy fuck, dude. These people, like,
Oh, so fast. So fast.
someone at my firehouse actually got scammed for like, I want to say around $7,000 from exact same thing that you had going on. It was the crypto thing. And I was friends with the person who got hacked too. And then the person who got scammed was like telling me about it. And I was like, "No, dude, I think that's a scam." And they're like, "Well, I guess we'll see." Cause I already gave them my money. it was a scam.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, they never saw that money again.
And that's what happened with J Dog. I messaged him about crypto because I get into it now and then, and I know nothing. I just like losing money. But anyways, we're going back and forth, and Dan's like, I know absolutely nothing. And it was like 30 days later, like Crypto Dan. I'm like, you fucker.
Yeah, exactly.
You were holding out on me. You got a fucking certificate?
Yeah. I was like, what? Dude, that was so good though. They had your name on the certificate, dude. That was clutch. That was the way to come out the box. If you're gonna hack somebody's, I mean, he didn't have a link to a website. He wasn't selling nothing. Like, I don't know what his whole game plan was, but like he did. His first post was a fucking banger, dude. That was really good.
Michael Gregory at Click Call Sell was laughing because he's like, dude, it feels more like a publicity stunt. Like that first post he made got so much engagement. Like people immediately were calling it out, but some people were engaging in it. Like he's like, the amount of fucking attention that you got from getting hacked and like people wondering what the hell's going on with Dan. He's like, man, I should get my account hacked. Like that was really good publicity. I was like, I don't know.
Yesterday would have been the perfect day to do it. April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, April Fool's would have been a good one.
So my business page was hacked. It wasn't my personal page, and they used it for some form of like sex trafficking through the night.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. So I woke up in the middle of the night and looked at the same exact notification that's like, oh God, what's happening? I click it, go back to sleep, wake up the next day, all hell broken loose. And so I lost like a couple hundred Facebook reviews and all my 1,000 people that followed us that took years to create. It sucks. It's gone.
Yeah,
I had to start
sucks.
a new clean image account.
I heard at least with a business account, there's somebody to talk to. Like you have a mechanism to talk to a person at Facebook. With a personal page, you don't at all. Unless
they flat out said because of the nature of because it was
they're like, we're not
trafficking
gonna
that it's gone, it's done, it's deleted, nothing you can do about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
so.
I'm debating if I even bother to like try to go back and get my personal one. Like it sucks. There were a lot of pictures out there. There was tons of content out there, but once they took it down, like really, I mean, I was just pissed, right? That I got hacked, that I fell for it, that I got hacked, that somebody's out there trying to like scam people as me. And the minute they took it down, I was like, I just don't even care about it anymore. Like it really bothered me when they were out there doing that thing. And the minute it got shut down, I was just like, man, I'll just fucking start a new one. Like it's just not, it'd be nice to go get all that stuff back, but who am I kidding? I never went back there and looked at the pictures anyway. Right. Like I'm about taking new pictures. I usually don't go back and look at the old ones anyway. So I'll just go make some new ones and make some new memories. And I don't ever go back and look at those regardless. So now I just got to be Daniel Plata so I can get the damn blue check mark. And that if it happens again, then I have like a recourse to do something about it. But anyway, if I get into crypto, you'll know something's up. If I'm ever into crypto
Or sex trafficking.
Jan would have been way cooler though.
I should have done Jan. Maybe if I get into crypto, I'll do it as Jan. That sounds like a better crypto dude.
I think there's a place you can put a nickname in there now. Like you can actually have a nickname in your.
Maybe I'll be Jan. All my fish pictures, anytime
Hey, J-Dog.
Jan.
J-Dog, we need some custom shirts for Cedros this year where we all have our own name, like a fishing shirt.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Jan, J-Dog, we'll figure it all out. But
Okay. I did. We have sponsors. We have Rainbow Sandals sponsoring us, so everybody will get a pair of Rainbow Sandals, and then Fishworks. We're all going to get like a fishing shirt.
I'm thinking the same thing.
A T-shirt from them as well. So we have
I
one
wonder
spot
if
left.
Fish Tools will do anything.
Yeah, I heard there's this fish tools company that would maybe sponsor some shit.
I heard they partnered
tools.
with Rainbow Sandals.
Hey man, that's part of the uniform in the low country of South Carolina is rainbows.
Yeah,
I don't even know what the hell rainbows are. What am I missing out on here?
they're like $90 fucking sandals that last like years.
Really?
You don't want them. Your toes would freeze off.
Yeah, they're not good up there, but they come
my
flat.
legs don't get cold, man.
To your soles, basically, and they last forever.
Hell yeah! Sounds like a good thing to have out on a boat in Mexico.
They're not good on the water. They're better on the beach. You get them wet.
Still not
they get
committed.
flippy.
Yeah.
Still not committed to that trip or the hunting trip. I'm the worst. But Dan already knew that.
Yeah, we knew that. We watched you play enough games of Catan to see how you operate.
Can we
know,
can we
I
talk
heard
about?
You
the
need
story
to commit
today.
to the fishing trip.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't need to.
Okay,
You just won't be able to
bro.
go. You just won't be able to go if you don't.
I don't even know what fishing trip you guys are talking about.
Pedro's.
I
Loser.
haven't invited Zig.
I don't either, Zig, but I was gonna play along as I did.
Oh man, see, I feel so much better already.
Trevor hasn't even answered me. I've messaged him. I sent him an email on his work email. He hasn't even responded to me like "fuck off" or anything.
He gets bored really fast. Trevor gets bored
said-
really fast. He gets
He
bored
didn't read.
before
He
gets
wasn't
to
able
the
to read
bottom.
your whole email. He
Yeah.
didn't get
He sent
through the
me-
whole thing yet.
He sent me a dick pic. I mean, he's
You read
really
the first
stretching.
sentence. He was like, "Is this thing still? There's more? Ah, fuck."
Can we mute Zig? How does that work? Beep, beep. Hey Coltrane, what's with the tagline? Founder, just founder. That's you.
I didn't know what to put. I got nervous and I wanted to put something cool, so I just figured I'd put founder. It was like
Super cool.
Yeah.
I usually go with president or founder. That's always
Ray Kroc. You know, I'm a founder.
There you go.
I found this shed antler in this fucking photo booth. So
Yeah,
Found
yeah. I do a
that.
lot of metal detecting, so I find shit. I'm a common finder. But
Yeah.
founder.
but I'm talking right now, I'm talking about the stuff that I already found. So I'm a founder. I'm not a finder. I don't know what I'm gonna find later. But I know the shit that I already found. I was like,
Past tense only.
that should be freaking when we were down in Arizona elk hunting. I don't know if I could list all the shit that Ben found just out in the woods to the point where we just started calling them items. Like he was in the middle of a video game. He found a Sharpie, a stick. I mean, like we're out in the middle of freaking nowhere on public land. Sharpie, stick of chapstick. He found somebody's elk call. He found shed and skull. Like I think I saw a thing on the ground. Ben could have filled the trailer up with all the shit that he found on the ground. And then on the final, I don't know if I told you guys the story. Zig, I'm sure I told it to you, and Cole probably you as well. Walking out on the last day, we found an 8x8 dead, and we brought the whole freaking head home. Like it was 4 or 5 days dead, rotted. I'm surprised Ben didn't pass out with the Sawzall trying to cut its head off.
Ooh.
But we tagged it, right? Like you can't take an animal like that out of the woods without a tag, but it was the last day and we couldn't figure out who would have shot it. So yeah, we brought a freaking 8x8 home. Found her.
That's pretty sweet.
Found her, damn near killed her.
That's a sweet finding.
It was the best finding. Every good old boy. I mean, this is like driving Arizona back to Minnesota, like 26 hours on the road. Every time we stopped for gas, we had to have 6 conversations with everybody, like all of us. Would you guys get that one? Did you shoot? And we're like, yeah, we tagged it. Tag that shit. And
I'm
every time
Googling
you
what
got
8x8
out, it smelled.
Is it 8x8 like elk, or does that have to do with deer? Which one should I Google?
It was an elk. It was
Oh.
like it was a 7x7, but on its front, whatever they call them, the fronts. There's like these big scooping brow tines that had a little front scoop on it too. Like,
Oh, that's big. Yeah, I just saw that. That's fucking huge.
dude, it was freaking crazy. I mean, it probably wouldn't have scored crazy big. It wasn't super wide. It was pretty tall, but just
That's a big animal.
gnarly. It was so cool. It was so cool. We had an encounter with it. We just didn't get a shot opportunity at it, but then we found it a week later dead. And we said, we'll just take it. It was like on our way out, literally like leaving. And there she was. And tagged it. So
This isn't streaming on your home service happy hour, Dan.
no, you can't. I don't know how to go live to a group anymore. So it's just on the like Facebook got all weird about going live in a group. So it's on the Best Damn Bookkeeping business page.
Oh,
It's on there. It's on LinkedIn. It's on the YouTube.
Bookkeeping.
Soon it'll be back on the Dan Plata page or Daniel, because I'm Daniel now. I'm proper.
What about Danny? No,
Danny
Danny.
Danny Plata.
I could be Danny, but my daughter's name is Danny, and then I feel like I'm just taking her spot.
What about
we
DP?
already see.
Danny Boy.
No, the reason I went with Daniel is because I was like, fuck this. If I'm doing this again, I'm going to do the blue check mark thing. And to do
Right.
the blue check mark, you have to go by like your license name. which is why Jared is now Jared instead of JC. Is my
You don't
understanding.
have to,
You don't have to.
because no, I did Joe, and they didn't ask for Joseph. So
Oh,
Wow.
well, fuck Daniel. I'm going back.
Let's try to push that boundary. Should I try to register J-Dog and see if it flies?
Yeah.
do it.
Hey Cole, let's see
You
those
just have to have
bucks.
a picture of hugging a fish. That's all. They're cool.
Just bar of soap and a redfish. That's all you got to do.
Yep.
What do you got? Springtime. What do you guys got going on in the business? Anybody like just freaking going gangbusters? Spring
Yeah.
taking off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right now
crazy.
we're doing a bunch of schools, all their stadiums.
Schools this time of year?
Yeah, it's spring break. So
Oh, you just like smack them
yeah,
in.
we're doing
1
we
week.
did 4 campuses for spring break, and then in summertime we'll do all the flat work and everything. But it's taken me 4 years to work the stadiums into their budget, and then we're getting all the tennis courts on next year's budget. So it's like you work
nice.
it in, it takes a couple
Yeah,
years
just
to
keep
work
rolling
the
it in.
budget, and then but you have to like spread it out between different quarters and stuff, because once you hit a certain limit, then it has to go out to public bid. So it's
Okay.
like we know what the limits are. And it's like, okay, let's just make sure this gets done this time of year and this gets done this time of year. So it's like a
Yeah,
little
we don't
puzzle.
want to trip any unnecessary flags here.
Exactly. Exactly. It's the largest
Yeah,
school district in Southern California. So it's definitely an account you don't want to have to go out to bid.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I
We've
got the whole
already
account.
we've already got 60 houses on the schedule for April.
Nice.
It's nuts.
Damn.
Left, 60 left.
Yeah,
60
that's
left because you did like 10 of them already yesterday and today.
Yeah, by myself.
Mhm.
We're doing we're like, I mean, we're doing good with return customers because we call them, but like for new customers right now, it's so cold. It snowed today.
Same.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. Like it's never like this. In April.
Yeah, dude.
Last year I started washing. Last year I had like the best March ever. This year we didn't do a single fucking job in March, and then now like I had to cancel all my jobs for today, and so new customers are just not calling right now because they're not.
I mean,
into it.
need a
that's
hug
good
sink.
if the repeats are coming back, though, because you can get those out of the way, which then leaves room. It sucks when repeats want to go in like April. I was talking about this earlier on my radio show earlier today. It sucks when people want to repeat during the busy season. You're like, no, you're supposed to go in March when nobody's thinking of calling it. You go in March or you go between July 4th and Labor Day. Like, if you already know who I am, I put you there. Save room. Like the idiots are going to call between April, May, and June. I got to save room for the idiots that aren't already using us. You know,
just like Christmas lights.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the people that know you get hung in September.
I'm trying to just keep
that's
reminding.
where-
Right now, usually we're getting crushed with calls, and I'm just trying to remind myself like it's fucking cold. That's why no one's calling you right now, or maybe that's not why.
It is why it's just gonna be. It's like the downside is when they do start calling, it's just gonna be gangbusters.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Hopefully,
When they call, are you the one that answers the phones?
it depends. If I am
That
able
could be
to,
it,
what's that?
I said that could that could be the
No,
problem too.
they're not calling. They don't even
Oh,
get to
God.
me. So, when they start calling and my close rate's low, then then you can make that joke.
Hi, this is Zig. Do you have woods? I got sheep.
You gotta get there. No, my close rate's like 100% now because it's all return customers. So it looks fucking awesome.
Yeah,
But
on your
it's
metrics, right? Your
Way to
metrics.
go, Zig.
Supposed to warm up tomorrow. I did close a big senior living center that was almost a complete fiasco with the way I bid it. But
You still got the touch on the old
Yeah.
ladies.
I talked to
Sounds
Rob. I talked to Rob and Cole a little bit about how to fix what I fucked up, and it turned out it ended up being an all right job that we're gonna do.
You didn't fuck it up.
Oh, don't tell them that. That's no fun.
So I bid it was a big, huge building, and she made it sound like all they wanted was the building washed and then all these little extra things. So I quoted all those little extra things, itemized them very low, and priced it really big for the thing that she wanted. And then she fucking comes back and she's like, yeah, we don't want the building washed. We just want all those little things that you fucking aren't going to make any money on. I was like, whoa, wait a second. I can't do that.
Yeah,
Because I have
those
to
were all
relate-
based on the fact that we're doing
Yeah.
this big job. If we're already out there, then that's the price for these other things.
I pretty much told her that. And then I was like, if you're not willing, you don't want to spend that kind of money on the whole building wash, then let's just do the areas. Because it's a bunch of decks, like private decks on balconies. I'm like, we're going to wash these decks and they're going to be shit all over the building. So
Yeah.
I reworked it and for only a little bit less than what the original quote was for. So
There you go.
and less work.
Still got it.
Yeah, we got it. We're doing it third week of April.
Dude, it's just been a weird spring because I don't know if you had this, Zig, but I mean, we had days with highs in like the upper 60s here already, which is unheard of for this time of year. And so, like, people started calling, but then when the work was actually scheduled, it started snowing again.
Yeah,
It's back and forth. It's spring. It's what we do.
we had.
We're waiting
some-
on pollen season more than anything.
You're
Oh,
still
yeah,
waiting?
I saw Jared's post where he like got a couch and was writing shit in the pollen in the couch.
Oh, did you see the one today from his pool, dude? The pool had a whole layer of pollen on top.
That was crazy.
Well, and that's
That's nothing,
us
dude.
right
That is
now
nothing.
It's crazy.
Our pollen
crazy.
season. Like Trevor's a little bit ahead of us, and I know this from having a coastal location to Raleigh, 2 hours north. Like our Raleigh situation is really bad. The coast is starting to stop the pollen, so that'll start to kick, and then we'll go into springtime up there. But still, we're about 3 weeks out from everybody booking. But as with all of
3
our
weeks.
business stuff, we do certain cleanings throughout the season. So my whole March is actually pools for HOAs. So we have, I think, right around 100 pools. We go in, set up furniture, clean them all, get them ready for the season, and that kind of holds my March over until that mid-April pollen season kicks at the coast and then
Oh,
starts
yeah.
to run in Raleigh. But right now, it's heavy here.
Is that all
Dude, that's-
one management company?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
I was gonna
sweet
say,
that you
that's-
guys have that whole season of pot. Like we don't really get that up here. We get a little bit,
Yeah,
but
we don't
Our
get it
system-
till June.
all summer. I feel like our pollen just doesn't stop. It's not heavy, but it just keeps coming. And
yeah,
keeps-
right. Some
What-
areas.
what happened? What happened to us is we had a really big rainstorm with like 30-mile-an-hour gusts. So the pine trees just get blown down. So as soon as that happened, I knew, get ready, here we go. And it was like,
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
that's sweet.
20 to 30 jobs quoted a day for like
Nice.
4 days straight. Yeah, just nuts.
That's awesome.
But
Yeah,
I
I
wish
don't know
they'd
why
call
there's
in
not
advance.
any organizations like trying to cure pollen. There's like stuff
Yeah,
against
it's like-
like trying to cure global warming,
It's
but
like
nobody's
magic,
trying to
dude.
cure pollen.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
like magic.
normally,
Honestly.
like, people
everything
want-
comes to life. The plants grow, the flowers pop off. It's like the birds are happy. It's all the pollen. It's like this weird. You see it happen immediately.
I'm pretty sure Lion King talked about it. It's called the fucking cycle of life, boys.
It's the
Sure,
circle. It's the circle of life.
It's
Hey,
just-
well,
Yeah,
you
can
know,
we sing that?
I'm
Can
a
we
fucking
sing that?
numbers guy. All right, I'm a fucking numbers guy.
Circle of life.
So
I
as
take it
outdoorsy guys, you should appreciate the pollen. Bugs
Yeah,
show up,
I'm
the
here.
turkeys come to eat the bugs. You kill the turkeys.
The pollen out here is white.
That's called
Yeah.
cocaine, Joe.
That's that Wilmington. That's that North Myrtle Beach pollen. No,
I'm just working through the kinks of like the we pretty much started this week, so my guys came back and it was like all the little dumb fucking things that they do. They melted 2 hoses from for the pickup from the downstream injector to the chlorine. They melted one on the exhaust, and then the next job they went to, they put the new hose that I put on there on the backside of the power washer, thinking that would fix it. Well, the exhaust also was on the backside too, and they melted that one. So they're like, I can't get this to pull chlorine no matter what I do. And I happened to be there. I walked over and I like looked at the hose and I like followed it back, and I'm like,
Yeah,
fuck.
I have an idea why.
It might be because it's melted to the wall right now.
Did you know that chlorine is the gas version of sodium hypochlorite?
Yep.
This is the
Not
gas
liquid.
version.
Yeah.
Chlorine is
So-
not a liquid.
So I don't know what you're talking about, Zay.
I'll just
Yep.
call it chlorine,
If you look on the label, it says chlorinating liquid,
chlorinated liquid.
not chlorine. Chlorine is a gas.
SH,
It's not
It's
SH either.
absolutely correct.
sodium hypochlorite.
Sodium hydroxide is SH label.
Oh,
Yep.
geez.
Dude,
Zig don't know shit.
the world's complicated, man.
Organic chemistry.
I'm just
Come
gonna
on,
call it cleaning solution.
Soap. Call it soap.
Right.
That's what I tell all my guys. We don't use chemical.
Yeah,
we
I
don't use
don't
bleach. We use soap.
Yeah.
Tell 'em
Proprietary.
soap or
We use a proprietary in-home blend cleansing solution.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is proprietary.
Environmentally safe.
It depends
for
on
your
how
pets.
much and what kind of soap you're putting in it.
In home and out of
We
home.
wash houses with White Claw.
Ma'am, do you happen to have one? I am thirsty. While I'm out here.
Your house will look like rainbows when we're done.
Oh, I see what you did there. You gay basher. You
So-
did that publicly.
Did you call him a gay basher or a gay bastard?
Basher.
Did you say that?
You Republican.
Bastard.
Editing this.
Cole's over there. I talked to Cole because I accidentally dialed him, but then he didn't answer. But then he had to call me back, and so we had to go back and forth. That was yesterday, right? Wasn't that yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday evening.
What the fuck day is it today? Cole isn't happy enough being ridiculously busy trying to do permanent lights and pressure washing, so the guy bought a damn photo booth. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you told me you were gonna do that.
Photo booth in it now. He's photo booth.
We did.
How's it
Yeah, I'm
going?
looking at it right now.
Get in it. You're
How's
just on
it-
your phone. Get over there. Let's see this photo booth. What do we got going on?
Well, here's the problem. I don't know how to turn this damn camera around.
Well, how are you gonna run a
Like-
technology fucking business? You don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why.
And
my
Trevor's-
server's
I think
plugged
Trevor's
in and my
got a
phone's
really
still
good
dying
tutorial
either,
there.
so
Watch.
Hold on.
Eh?
look,
That was
if we were on Zoom, I'd know how.
You might need to do that one more time for him, Trevor. I don't know if he fully got.
Yeah, you're having a
exactly-
rough.
Here, do it again.
A rough
Yep. There. Oh, and then. And then
Well,
not
here
to
you
be
go.
confused with flipping over.
that'd be
Oh,
confusing.
Yeah.
That's like Olympic fucking.
Oh
what
yeah,
are
yeah,
those?
yeah. I've seen
I've
these.
seen those at a wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, that's sweet.
Cole owns one of those now.
You got it booked out at all?
Big timing. Next time you go ice fishing. that's
Yeah,
what-
we got a full summer already, pretty much. Kind of
Yeah.
got a couple.
There you go.
Damn, dude, that's awesome.
In a hilariously serendipitous turn, I got a random call. Like, we have a phone number on our website, but I never expect anybody to call it. Every once in a while, somebody calls it. And I got a call on it this morning that left a voice. It's like the phone number we use for all of our accesses. Like when we access somebody's read-only bank account, the code goes there. Like if it needs to be a text or a call.
I was wondering how y'all did that.
Yeah, it's actually like quite the juggle of like trying to relay codes
I
around.
bet.
So we've like we've figured that out so it's efficient. I still get a ton, which sucks. Like people always add my email and my phone number. I'm like, no, because I'm the worst. Like if it gets to me, there's no way I'm gonna get that code to somebody in time. Like I'm always on a call or doing something. But anyway, I got somebody called our like business line today, and I was like, "Oh shit! Like, why did anybody call that? Like, that's never good."
What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
But my admin like saw the voicemail because it just transcribes it, and it was a guy that got referred to us from Molly Voth, who has a landscape lighting business down in Florida, and she sent him our way. Thanks, Molly. Appreciate that.
Thanks, Molly.
And the dude's got a photo booth business, and like pre-COVID had a pretty raging photo booth business. Like a scaled photo booth business. And so I texted Cole. I was like, you ain't going to believe, because like literally yesterday, he and I were talking about this thing, and him and Randy are messing around with it and putting it together. And today I spent 20 minutes on the phone with a guy that scaled a photo booth business. And I was like, shit, man, I am now the preferred bookkeeper for all photo booth.
Fractional CFO specializing
talking
in photo booth.
The man. Yeah, I'm gonna start running some Google ads on that. If you got a photo booth business and you need a bookkeeper,
The good news is your Facebook ads would be very cheap because I'm pretty sure that's very niche. Very niche.
It's got to be. I mean,
I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be kind of lucrative. I like the idea of like it wasn't like overly expensive. It was like $6,000 for the unit, and then we'll probably have another couple thousand and some other stuff. But like from all the research I did, the average ticket around here is about $800 for 4 hours, and they drop it off, set it up, pick it up in 4 hours.
Oh, really? You don't even have to stay there.
No, so there's options where you can stay there, but I told Randy when I bought it was like my whole thing was like I'm not gonna buy this and stand there for 4 hours.
Yeah,
I don't
no.
even know if I'm gonna have a dress shirt. So
On the flip side of that, because JC had bought his setups about the same time I was going to, and then COVID hit, so we dropped out of it kind of together. And I think it can work by being there because ideally, being in a lighting business, our main target to get into the photo booth side is installing wedding lights, which is what we do.
yeah,
You can put a photo booth up, piggyback the whole thing, and be there for support if anything happens. Plus, we get free food while we're there at the wedding.
And
That's a good
alcohol.
idea.
That's all you care about.
And you can
oh
be
my
like,
God.
while you're there, you can have your business cards for your lighting stuff. Like, hey, if you think the
And
lights
drinks.
look good, imagine what this
Yeah.
could look like on your house.
But
I
you
just
know
need
you
5
don't-
minutes with the microphone, and I'll knock $100 off.
Randy, we got a date tonight. Randy, we're going to a wedding tonight. Whose is it? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Like,
Wedding crashers.
Yeah,
we're going to the
Free
wedding.
photo
You know the
booth
biggest problem?
for
Weddings
10
don't have
minute
White Claw. That's the problem.
commercials.
BYOWC, dog.
Is Zig frozen or is he
Oh,
just not moving? Oh, there we go.
He's actually studying Catan strategy over there. He's reading notes on Catan strategy.
I'm looking up stuff on this photo booth thing. I'm super interested in it.
I don't know.
Just like that? Like you're all in? You're
No, I'm just interested in it. Not like in. I'm just like I like that. I just want to see more
I'm
about
actually selling courses now. If you want,
it. Yeah. Do you have a monthly Facebook subscription that I can?
Do you have a school? Do you
it's
have a
on
school?
school. Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
school.
can I see your certificate for that? Do you have a certificate? I hear that. You
Yeah,
need a
I can
certificate.
get one pretty quick here.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you
Perfect.
seen Cole's action figures?
I'll be your.
I was gonna say, I'll
first,
chat GPT it.
I'll be your first guy to take your course and then tell everybody about it.
I did ask Cole with those action figures, like, is it authentic? Like, if you take his hat off, what does it look like? Is the action figure bald or is it?
Damn, I always forget that's what your head looks like.
Well, we don't know. We know what your head looks like. That's for sure.
Yeah.
There ain't no hiding it.
I'm
You
sorry,
gave it up.
Zig. I don't know why I pick on you.
I don't know
why.
either, man. I don't know
I
either.
think it's because
Some
love
dude,
you so
I was on a
much.
demo with a guy the other day, and he's like, I mean, I can tell you're going bald, and I was like, fuck you, man. Like, he was going right at me. I was like, come on, dude. Like, yeah, it's creeping back, but I still got some.
Now you're all
Yeah.
self-conscious about it. You're like, wait a second, isn't that bad?
That's intentional.
I literally, I mean, there's no lie. This morning, Marty and I are standing in the bathroom, like, and she's getting ready. I'm just like brushing my teeth. And I was like, should I try one of those like hair product things? And she's like, hell no. I was like, I shouldn't even look into it. She's like, no, your hair's fine. I was like, yeah, and I'll just shave it like Zig when the time comes.
I don't know, man. I don't know what you would look like with a bald head.
Dude, I buzzed my
I
head
wouldn't
for
mess
our
with
wedding. I buzzed my head when we got married. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be the dude with like the buzzed head and the beard. Those dudes are always a little scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason
Yeah.
Statham.
That's the shitty part for me is I only can have facial hair when I'm not at the firehouse. I look like a 4-year-old at the firehouse.
You're adorable, Zig.
I look,
he's-
I
and
look
he's an easy
adorable when I
laugh.
shave.
Trevor had said this about you, Zig. I don't remember if it was while we were ice fishing or like when we got back. But Trevor's like, yeah, I like that guy. He's just an easy laugh. And I was like, yeah, he is. Actually, that's probably why I like hanging out. It
That
just
makes
makes me feel better about
I
myself.
don't know
Like,
if that's like I don't know if I'm supposed to take that as like he's easy to laugh at.
no, like
No, it's not. It's not that.
Yeah. It's just like
No,
you're
you light the room up. You light the
Yeah,
room
you make people feel better by laughing at their stupid shit.
up. Yeah.
It's positive. It's a good
Yeah.
vibe. Here's the deal though. Kentucky hunt. Yeah, Trevor, we won't know until like midway through the hunt, probably, if Trevor's coming. Like he's just gonna show up some night.
I'm kind of in the same boat with that. I might just show up and throw you guys some money for the Airbnb. I don't know if I'll be able to make it.
He's my ride. He better show up.
That's true. Yeah, he's got to pick you up on the way.
Yeah, I want to try to at least get down there for like a 2-day, but I just don't know. We got so much shit going on this year.
Yeah, and you already know the property, you've hunted before, so like you can.
Oh yeah, it's the same spot, so
Yeah, you can hit the ground running.
I don't have to do much scouting.
We still got to teach Trevor and Joe how to use a damn saddle. You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
gotta
Oh,
do that.
we're getting new. Ernie called me the other day and he's like, yeah, we got a whole new line of stuff coming out. I want to send it out to you guys. So as soon as we get some, we'll send them. I guess they got a new saddle called the Carnivore saddle or some shit.
Ooh, sounds hard.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna upgrade this year.
Yeah.
Well,
Me and,
I will take anybody's. I will take any downgrades. Just send them my way.
They're
You can
supposed to
have
have.
mine.
Trevor, should we
Party.
tell him about our new tandem saddle that we bought together?
No.
Oh, is this a Hunt Tools product?
This is live on
This is like a
Facebook. dude.
Tools product.
Take it
Oh,
easy,
okay.
Joe.
Hunt tools.
This is a Hunt Tools product.
We'll wait.
Cool.
Hunt Boys with a Z.
Brokeback hunt, boy.
Dude, I was on Instagram the other day scrolling and I liked a picture of like, I thought it was Fish Tools because it was like something similar to that. And so I just saw it and mindlessly liked it. And then as I liked it, I was like, wait a second, that's not Fish Tools.
Dude, this sounds like me
I
getting
like
spammed. This sounds like some spam shit that I fell for.
I unliked it because I was like, that's their competition probably.
Well,
What was it? What
nobody's
did you like?
competition.
I
yet.
don't remember what it was. It was some kind of a thing that looked kind of like something that they had. The guy was putting something on like a fish to go deep sea fishing with, but it wasn't Fish Tools.
Did it work?
I didn't even give them the view.
Yeah, you gave up that fast.
Yeah, I didn't want them to get an extra view.
How about we lost J Dog and nobody even said anything.
He's
fucking-
still like in
He's fell in
the
another hole.
yeah. He fell. J Dog, you over there? You okay, dog? He's still in the
Oh, I
background, but
see him.
he's still back there somewhere. He's just
You can
not.
see
He
him.
took himself out. I can see anybody that's in like.
I can't
the waiting
believe he still can't raise his arm. It's been what, 2
Oh,
months,
dude,
3
that's
months?
terrible.
room. I mean, a month and a half. 'Cause it was mid-Feb.
That's it.
It's been a month and a half.
God,
It
it's
does
been the
feel like it's
longest
been
month and a
lot
half ever.
a lot of shit's happened in between.
I just noticed Trevor's fucking tagline.
This is a long story.
I love it. I just read it, dude. Hey,
I
are
don't
you
know.
guys, are you guys in Raleigh? You're in Raleigh. You're near Raleigh.
Joe is.
Who?
You are?
Me? No.
One of my like kind of competitors around here is opening up a branch in Raleigh. I saw it on Facebook today.
Who dat?
Good. He can have it all.
Pink Pro, you know him, Jeremy Main.
Oh, really? What the hell's
Yeah.
he doing
Nope.
around?
I have no idea. I just saw his wife or whatever, posted a picture flying down to Raleigh to open up a branch of Pink Pro.
Man, I'd say the worst mistake I ever made in small business was going and opening branches.
I kind of feel like I don't
Yeah,
know.
It'll
like,
hurt you.
At least like
I know another
maybe
guy that
Okay.
opened up a
in
branch
the
in
same
Raleigh
state.
too.
Who? Cole? What'd you say?
I'm pretty sure All Clean, Luke Abbott up in New York. I'm pretty sure they just opened a Raleigh branch.
I thought he was doing more roofing stuff though.
I feel like
I
I
think
want to
he's-
be in the same state.
He's crushing it, man. He's doing a little bit of everything.
He's
Yeah.
doing roofing pups, right? Him and
They changed the name apparently. Him and
Joshua Taylor
Josh,
are
yeah.
doing roofing pups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's roofing pups?
It's a franchise.
Oh, they're like they put roofs on
Well, they-
houses.
they're not roofing
Yes,
pups
yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
They changed the
They're a
name to,
roofing company.
Voyager.
That does
I was
roofing.
like, how does that correlate to cleaning a roof? Like roofing pups.
Okay. All right.
What'd they change the name to, Cole?
It's Voyager Roofing now.
Voyager.
It's already
Voyager,
changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that was fast.
Hmm.
Can you imagine You buy into a franchise. This is the problem with franchise. You buy into a franchise. You spend all this money on marketing. You're like, all right, let's go ahead and litter my market with billboards and radio ads. And then they're like, oh, by the way, we
changed the
name.
brand.
And
Yeah.
you're like, what?
Yeah.
You just got to deal with it. There's nothing you can do about it. Crazy.
Bait and
Yeah.
switch.
I mean,
Yeah.
in the brand's defense, that's probably a good switch because roofing pub sounds pretty fucking lame. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
that
lie.
sounds terrible.
It
It's
doesn't sound
actually
great.
not bad. It's actually not bad. They've got a mascot. I don't know if you've ever seen it. We have
I
them
bet
here
it's
in
a
Myrtle
dog.
Beach.
I bet it's a dog.
It's a dog with a cape. It's like a super dog, you know. It's like a super human dog.
They have a
I- that-
cartoon as a mascot. I have a beer mug as a mascot.
What do
You're
they
talking
call
to
that?
like
Anthropomorphic dog looks like a human.
okay, that just got weird again. I don't know. every time he talks, it just gets weird.
he had to go there. He had to go to
Steve Rinella
anthropomorphic.
talks about it all the time.
Oh.
It's anthropomology.
Steve Rinella, you would Steve Rinella if you
Maybe.
if you had-
Maybe I would.
I don't know. Is it an anthropomorphic Steve Rinella?
I might
or-
too. I'm just saying.
Depends on what kind of animal he takes form of.
Yeah.
Yeah, are we going hunting? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. What are you doing? Here?
It's like
Okay.
white guy.
This is
Cole's
wild.
over there watching Meat Eater right now. Look at that.
It's literally on my TV.
He also learned how to turn his phone around miraculously.
He did.
No, I
Just-
didn't.
We're
I
also
went like
proud of you.
this.
We're all so proud of you. Well, that's technically turning it around.
Yeah, that was exactly what he was telling
Let me
you.
explain that to you.
like 20 minutes ago. That was
One more time. Let me show you.
yeah.
Oh
He goes-
shit! I get it.
You could. I mean, we don't need to blow his mind right now, but he could also turn it the other way to get to the same
Crazy.
spot.
Oh.
It's like
Don't overthink it, Cole. You might get hurt.
it's pretty weird, man. It's called the circle, and if you go halfway, it's a 180.
Circle of life.
It's the cycle of life.
Bro, you sound like a combination of Fergie and Jesus.
Oh my.
Oh God.
Did you get the 360
I'm not
photo
just saying
booth,
this
Cole?
Oh, they make a
No,
360 photo booth. That's the thing.
They do. This company, I bought like a
voice
really
of an
nice
angel.
one because I didn't want to buy some cheap shit. And Randy did a bunch of research and found the right one here. And they do make a 360, but I wanted to launch this and see how that goes first. And then if we get some traction with it, we'll add some auxiliary options.
Oh.
So
I just gotta train somebody how to set
my
it
first
up.
event is
Drop
first week of September in Kentucky.
We're bringing it up. We're bringing it up to test drive it at the rut. We're gonna take it to the parking lot with 8 fucking trucks in it and see. Photo booth 8. You shoot nice velvet. Want to bring it in here? We get 360 this thing.
Hey, you want to talk about a business? I want to look into you said the Bucks and the Velvet. They have that handheld scanner now. Have you seen this? He's back.
Oh yeah, digital taxidermy.
Out of nowhere. Out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
exactly.
Took him a
Digital
while to
taxidermy.
go get a beer, but he found one. He had to run to the store to get it. He had to go.
What are you talking about?
He's
Digital
back
tech-
in the
So,
garage.
so you can scan it. You get a hand scanner and you can scan the rack of the deer and then 3D print it. So
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'd love to have that on my big 6-point that just got confiscated. That'd be great.
Yeah.
I'd love to have that, but it's gone forever. So
You could probably give the dimensions or like pictures to somebody.
dimensions, it's not a bass. It's
No, but I mean, like if you gave the pictures to somebody and said it had this spread and about this length of time, somebody could like rebuild it. It wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, they can do that. They can make replicas with like photos and shit, but
yeah.
what he's
Scanning
talking about
it
is
is,
like
like,
a digital
perfect.
scan. It's an exact replica, and I've seen too where guys will make like dangly things for their mirrors and their trucks and like Christmas ornaments, and it's like exact miniature replicas. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I've seen those for sale. Like, but I think you send them a picture of your buck and they make them.
Yeah. But I think that'd be a pretty cool thing to get into.
That would be sweet.
No.
Can you send him a picture
Trevor,
of
you're
anything?
next.
I'd be
You
scanning
mean
all kinds of
anything?
shit.
You're talking about anything.
It would just be cool, like a business to be in that like industry, just to have a. I just feel like businesses in the hunting industry are just not super lucrative. It's such a small population of people. I mean, I guess They can be, but it's just seems like it would be hard to get something big.
I have a question for you guys, and this is a serious question. We have one fucking question tonight that's like an actual podcasting, businessy,
Uh-oh, here
outdoorsy
we go.
question, and this is
Everybody,
it.
calm down. Calm down.
Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna ask this question, and then we're just gonna fucking go poker style. It's going Joe, Cole, Trevor, Zig, J-Dog. I don't have an answer for this question yet, but
ready.
Joe, you're gonna be on the spot with this one, and I think you'll do a good job of it. Because this is a thing I think about a lot, and I don't have the right answer for it. But I oftentimes have this thought of like, why am I not running a business in the outdoor space?
Mm-hmm.
It is. Last night I fucking fell asleep dreaming about turkeys, right? Like gobbling turkeys and being out and just like whatever season it is, whether it's fishing or hunting or whatever it is. I'm obsessive about it, and so I'm like, why am I wasting time? And now I love doing stuff and doing finance stuff. Like I nerd out on that, so I enjoy what I do, but I debate whether I should just go fucking do the thing that I love the most in the world, right? Like, well, besides my wife, the thing I love the second most in the world. In case she listens to this later, right?
She won't.
Yeah, you're right. The thing I love the most. So I'm curious, what like. If you, A, do you guys have that thought, and B, what would you go do? What are you thinking about if I just stopped doing this and was just going to go hard at the outdoors and go do something work related in the outdoors? What would you go do? Joe, you're on the spot. I put you on the spot since we're dealing poker as far as my screen is concerned.
No, I like it. The simple fact that, we're in school and going through everything. Everybody told us that we had to raise our hands, do this, do that. And it's the same mindset for following your passion and getting paid. So many people said you'll get bored of it and you won't want to do it. So I chose not to, for the outside influence of saying, well, you're going to get bored getting paid for what you love to do. Now that I do it with my kayak rentals and fishing charters and other stuff, that's a complete lie. Like that is my passion now. That's my direction. I can't stand power washing. I love our lighting business. I love what we're doing in that aspect. But right now, it is all based on fly fishing charters, the rental business down at the coast. I'm delivering kayaks in the water today. Talked with a guy I told you earlier about getting on his fishing podcast and some other stuff. So I think we were just misguided through the people thinking that other mindset of you're not going to enjoy it if you get paid for it. That was me. So I held back for years. But now that I've had the opportunity to explore that, it can happen and absolutely love it. Now that I know plenty of fishing charter guys around here for years, and I mean, I just say do it. There's no other way.
Yeah. I think one of the things that's always held me back in Zig, when we had Ernie on the show, I thought it was, and this was like a couple of years ago, I got to get him and Greg back on here again. But one of the things I had brought up to them was like, man, don't you get tied down like during hunting season, right? Like you guys are selling all this hunting stuff. Like, doesn't it end up taking away from your ability to go hunting? And he was like, no, it's perfect because we have to do everything before hunting season starts. So it ties us down all year long, and hunting season comes and we have nothing to do besides go hunting and try all our shit. And I was like, yeah, that would be a thing to reckon with, right? If you're going to do outdoorsy shit, is how do you make sure that that you don't get into it in a way that it takes away from your ability to actually go do the thing that you like, because it obligates you during the season where you should be out doing the thing that you like.
Right. I just talked to Ernie.
There's that, but there's also the part of I'm huge on helping kids learn the outdoors. I mean, that's my passion in my life. So even when I'm out bringing kids on charters or this and that, like I'll have my time. I'm not too worried about that. But the satisfaction of watching these kids grow in the outdoors, I mean, you just can't beat that.
You can't. You really can't. Ernie's about this close to being like walk completely out and not doing anything. Working a few hours a week for Tethered, and that's it. I just talked a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I mean, their business is probably big enough too, where it's like they've hired the people they need to hire.
Did they have like 38 employees now? And yeah, he said this year probably he'll be able to step away from it as much as possible.
I mean, he can be just like Coltrane and be more of a founder now.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, finding things. Past tense.
J Dog like that. J Dog, where'd you go, bro? What
I
happened?
went and ate some dinner.
Oh, okay.
West Coast.
Dinner.
One West Coaster here.
Dinner.
Yeah. The wife had hooked it up fat, made some good food, had to go down there.
There you go.
Dinner in the garage.
Cole, what would you do?
Smoke some
Me,
carrots.
is it my turn?
Yeah.
Skip.
Pass. No. I think personally, I think there's kind of like two aspects to it, and like one of them is I don't personally think you should always mix business and pleasure, because when your food on your table, or I guess that's a bad way to look at it, because hunting does actually put food on your table, but when your mortgage payment relies on doing a thing, you look at it differently. And I would worry that when something in the hunting industry related, like my mortgage payment or something related to that, my bills rely on doing this thing, I would look at it differently. And that part scares me. So I would shy away from mixing it for that reason. The other thing is it's just like there's seasons of life. And if you're in a season of life where like you can afford to like try a product in the hunting industry and fail, and your mortgage payment doesn't rely on it, then by all means jump into it. But if you don't have any other steady means of income and you're trying to mix it with something that you genuinely love to do as a hobby or like a passion, I think the best route to go personally is find a career that you can control, that is a vehicle that allows you to do that passion whenever you want. And I think so many power wash guys have that. They started a power wash company so they could be off in the winter. Like all of us outdoorsmen did that.
For sure.
And
100% accurate. I did
That's
it.
the conundrum with holiday lights. It's like, oh shit, I just created something that obligates me all fall when the deer are running.
It's why I hate Christmas.
Like there's
why I hate
it. Like when I first started this, I hunted so much when I first started this. I did 28 some days in Colorado, and that same year I did like 2 weeks in Wyoming and South Dakota. Like when I was owner operator on the truck and all it was me, I hunted my ass off. But then
when I first met, I think I first met Cole, it was Charleston, correct?
Yeah. It's
and we talked about hunting, and I think I told Heather, I was like, this guy's got it figured out. He works like 4 months and hunts all fall. I started a lighting business.
Dummy.
But
now Cole does a shit ton of lights, so what a dumbass.
Yeah, but like that's what I was saying. Like that's the seasonality of it. Like in the seasons of life is like at that particular time in my life of running my business, that stage, it worked out great. I hunted my ass off, and I had so much fun and tons of memories from it. This current stage that I'm in is kind of starting to dig into it, but I see the other side of it to where like we're going to be able to switch that over here in the next couple of years, and I'm going to be able to do all the hunting and fun stuff that I did before. I'm just going to be able to do it with more money and hopefully less headache, you know?
You got to sacrifice a little bit for a few years to get to that point.
Yeah, it's we talked about a little bit on the ice fishing trip. It's just new level, new devil, and you learn to figure it out and move on. And whatever stage that is that allows you to hunt, like fucking follow that.
Right.
Go for
like
that
we've
one.
talked about before, Dan and I, like I don't really look at like numbers so much. I look at like what's going to allow me to hunt, and like
That's a lie. I sent you a pricing email this last week, and you looked at that number a lot.
Yeah, because the
studied
current
that
stage that I'm in, numbers are meaning a lot to me right now.
They're starting to mean a lot.
A lot. But for good reason. The outcome
Yeah.
is that they won't in the next stage.
Yeah.
I think there's
Amen.
a tricky piece to that too that like we always grapple with, which is it's just like a constant trade-off because like Cole, you said your life evolves. And hell, if you and Randy have kids, even how you look at hunting changes, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, and
I
we're
just-
going to eventually. Yeah,
I own the shittiest old shotgun that was like my grandpa's old freaking Browning hand-me-down. The thing is,
Your
just,
favorite gun.
it's meh. I went to Shields to go pick up my kid's new shotgun. I don't have a shotgun. Like I just got some 12 gauge that I got handed me down, but I went to go get my kids a new shotgun, right?
Yeah.
I spent $1,000 on them. I'm not gonna go. I don't give a shit. I just got the old shotgun that I have.
Right.
Granted, for good reason, because they're the like my 8-year-old and 6-year-old get the whole 6 weeks of season, right? I only get 1 week. My tag's that not even that useful. They're gonna be bopping turkeys left and right. But it's funny, like you're still out there, just the paradigm shifts a little bit, and so you keep adjusting to whatever it means that gets you outside more.
I literally just did a podcast. I recorded a podcast for Times of Outdoors today.
I saw you guys posted a podcast, and I was like, "Who the hell are these guys?"
I talked about that, and it spawned out of a joke. I was texting the guys. I'm like, I'm going to record a podcast today, and my buddy Steve was like, "You ain't going to do shit," which he was right. And then because he said that, I was like, "Fuck it, I'm doing it." But it was only 15 minutes, and I literally talked just about this and like where we are in the season of our lives and why we don't have the consistency that we used to, and yeah, I mean, it's just fucking. I'll tell you one thing: if you're gonna try to get into the hunting and fishing industry, don't do it with a podcast and a fucking TV show because fucking not a lot of money there.
That's
think,
that's for your own entertainment.
Yeah, it's about product. If you're gonna get into it and you really want to make that your job, you got to sell something. You got to
Fish tools. Hashtag fish tools.
Yeah, I mean, and then that's where it's very lucrative is selling. Even the guys I know that have shows that are successful shows, they say that they're getting more into like the consumerism and selling products, and they're other than the sponsorships. Like my buddy's got some big sponsorships, but he's selling more stuff.
Zig, I just got 2 words for you, man. Oat slabs.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
They're good for you.
They gotta be. Trevor, what were you saying?
I think the
Because
the
you're already crossing this
You're
line.
kind of doing that.
You're already doing this thing.
kinda is the key word there.
Kind of. Yeah, I
The,
nailed
the,
that one.
the probability of success in that industry is insanely low. There's no blueprint. You know that's the real reason why people don't do it. If you want to know why people don't chase their passion, is because it's not like. I mean, can you name 15 people that you could call in the pressure washing or home service industry at any point, and when you get stuck? Of course you could. In the pressure washing, of course you could. But name me 2 people in the outdoor space that it's very difficult.
Very difficult.
And it's a very small niche of people. And once you make it into that club, yeah, you've made it. You're a millionaire. You're gonna make it. But even if you try to start like a YouTube channel, man, you could have the best, most well-produced videos on YouTube, and for some reason the algorithm doesn't pick you up.
Yeah.
And it just is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. And then you see these guys that like the kid's name is KC or KG. That's it. KG. Look this guy up on YouTube when you get a chance. KG. He just like has a camera phone in his hand and he's killing it.
Yeah.
Killing it.
We met a guy in a parking lot in Indiana when we were hunting public land, and he was talking to. He had a camera, a little GoPro, and I was like, "Oh, if you film stuff?" He's like, "Yeah, I got a YouTube channel." And
Then you looked him up, and you were like,
no, I looked him up, and I already followed him. And
"Yeah,
I'm like, "What the fuck?" It's like Tradbo something. I can't remember his name.
that sounds familiar."
And he has a fuck ton of followers. And we talked. I asked him, and we were like, "What do you make doing you?" Because he goes, "This is my job. This is what I do. I travel and I hunt." And I'm like, "What do you make? If you don't mind me asking, like, how's that do for you?" And he's like, I bring in about $130,000 a year doing this.
That's solid, dude. That's
And I'm
solid.
like, what the fuck, dude? And his videos are garbage. I mean, they're not garbage. People like them, but they're like on a scale of like
Yeah, low production.
Yeah, there's no
Low production. Yeah, exactly.
He's just making videos.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what it is. Honestly, it's like it's too scary. We're all too fearful of not having a model to follow. Like,
Yep.
I know definitively that if I just do what I don't know, give me a name. If I just do what Tommy Mello did,
Bobby Walker.
yeah. Sorry. If I just do what these people do, then we'll be successful, and that's so it's such an easy model.
That's literally. I mean, I literally followed Bobby Walker and like a couple other people and did what they said they did, and here I am. Like,
Yeah, and it worked. And now,
Yeah.
now it does the thing.
yeah,
I think that's a good point, Trevor. It's like a risk aversion thing, and you're at the mercy of the algorithm in a way with content, especially.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And-
Content.
And if you like with fish tools, like if you have a product and it's useful and people like it, like and it works, it'll eventually get out there. Like you got to find out the way to market it and sell it, and you got to stay solvent long enough to make it popular. But if it works,
Exactly.
it works, and it'll find its way. It's just like there's a
well,
timeline to make that happen, and an investment to make that happen.
look at what
Content wild
Meat Eater their show is from what I've been told by my buddy who has his show on the History Channel. He said Meat Eater, all that is a show to sell the things that they sell. It's
Oh,
That's
yeah.
exactly right.
it's a roundabout way of
Sponsors.
selling First Light and Phelps game calls, and that's where their money comes. It's not from
Of
the show.
course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So I mean, if you have
What an
that,
awesome story, though, dude. What an awesome story to start out as a sponsor of a crappy TV show and then end up buying the company.
that's
that's-
into what it is.
Incredible.
I
Yeah,
think
I'd probably-
too, like me
I probably
personally,
would too.
when I think of like if there was a scenario where it worked out for me to be in the outdoor industry, I don't know that I want to be that front man. I feel
I
like
agree.
me personally, I would rather be the guy that like owns the network that nobody knows about.
Yeah,
But I
okay.
have my foot door. I know all the people. I'm at the parties, having a drink with everybody. But I'm not the man
Good.
that everybody knows and follows around.
You're not Steve Rinella.
Yeah, I'm like the guy.
Yes,
that
yes, J
whatever
Dog.
that-
Like,
Yes, J
yeah.
Dog.
Does J Dog have a question?
J
No,
Dog
I
has a
have
question.
an answer. Cole, that was like
Yeah.
right on point. That's right on point. So Titus back in. Cole said something about that. Trevor touching on it too. When it relies on paying your mortgage, then it's not fun anymore because you're like, fuck, now it's like real deal,
I
right?
agree.
So
I
I
agree.
figured
I have to find a lever to pull to make a thing
Yeah.
happen.
So I'm like,
And it's
well, how am I
stressful.
going to get past this, right? So my plan, I got to wait till my daughter's another like 6 or 7 years. This is like a 10-year plan right now. I already have it fucking figured out. America's sport fishing. Me and Arturo, my buddies down in Cabo, we fly to all these fucking destinations, go fishing with these charters, find the ones that are worth their shit, film all the fucking stuff, and then fucking book fucking charters. Igor's gonna fucking handle all the fucking coordinating, all that stuff. Arturo talks to everybody from Mexico down to Argentina. I talk to everybody from fucking California all the way to fucking Alaska. And we're fucking
East
done.
Coast, baby. I got you.
There you go. And
Yeah,
then
the East
from there,
Coast
we'll,
covered.
it doesn't matter what
Pond.
season.
I got
it
all
is.
your ice fishing. I can get your ice fishing covered. Yeah, I got you.
Exactly. Doesn't matter. What do you want to catch? Like the quote form is going to start with like what kind of
Perch.
fish do you want to catch, what time of year do you want to travel, and then we'll tell you where you need to go to fucking catch a shit. So
Yeah,
I've already
yeah.
that's my plan.
Dude, I love it. So it's like the endless summer phenomenon in the surfing industry, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you want to be the endless, like
Fisherman.
if you're a multimillionaire and you want to fish bluefin right now, where do I go?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yep.
I love it. I love
Yep.
it.
And we're the ones that have to go check
And
out
money's no cost, and you put it together for them.
bingo. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love it. That's a great
J
idea.
Dog, just make sure from September to October for bull redfish, you send them to high tide charters, and I got it all.
Kind of figured.
You might need more boats because we send volume.
I love
coming.
it.
It works.
I love it.
That's a good.
Yeah, see, that's what we do.
All
You
these
need-
trips that I've been booking, I've been doing these Cabo trips now for 7, 8 years, 9 years or something. Doing like the Cedros thing, putting everything together, and just that. This is all just practice for what's going to happen in 8 years ish, give or take, right around.
Yeah. So you take like a realtor, right? You take 5 to 10% off the top.
Oh, no, you make a lot more than that. So you negotiate your rates with the guys there, and you're paying like local currency and stuff. So like you pay fucking dirt. Like I crunched the numbers. I paid a guy in Costa Rica when we all went down. It was amazing. So worth the money because I didn't have to take my time to like put everything together and worry about like, is the driver going to be there in the morning when we got to get to the harbor? Like all kinds of like little shit.
Oh yeah,
you know?
yeah. I love it.
Everything was handled. I
Dude,
said, this is
so-
what we want to do. This is what we want to spend. I want 2 boats every day. Blah, 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 blah. He gave me a package. He's like $2,800 a person. Cool. I told everybody that's what it is. And I paid him. And then we reverse engineered the whole thing while we were there because we knew this was like the long game plan. And so we're asking the guys that run the boats how much it actually cost, because I had Arturo with us that spoke Spanish. And we fucking reverse engineered, found the point person in each harbor. You have to have a point person there. So when your people come down, oh, this is the boat you're supposed to go on. And we figured it all out. And the guy I had 2 groups of people that went to Costa Rica. Based on my calculations, we were there a long time, like 8 days or something. My calculations, he made about 20 G's between the 2 groups based on what we figured out the cost was and everything. And I was like, dude, sold.
Hey, Cole, Dan, the hunting guys. There's a guy that came out with basically a hunting version of this. Have you seen it? I know you have. He's making millions and millions of dollars. Some kid created an app where you can like set up hunting trips.
Like Hunting Fool.
That's it, right? Hunting
Yeah.
Fool, is that
Go
it?
hunt,
I think that's
hunt
it.
full.
Yeah, there's a couple
Yeah.
of out there that.
My point
Yeah.
is, Jeremy, check those guys out. See how they did it, because it's the exact same concept.
Thank you.
And they're killing it, dude. Killing it.
Yeah, we use Go Hunt.
We just use a local guy that does all of our. That's his business. He does. Like you want to go to college, or you want to shoot an elk, he'll interview you, figure out what you want to do, where you want to go, and he'll set it all up for you. He even applies for all of our tags. Every spring, I just get an email from him. He's like, hey,
That's
you owe me
probably the
for-"
handiest thing because, like, figuring out how to. I mean, Jeremy, you did this for us last year to get to Mexico.
Yeah.
I mean, you had it all figured out, so you made it easy for us. But like figuring out where you need to go, when you need to be
Yeah.
there. Oh, you got to cross customs here, and then you need this form, and make sure you have this, and here's the things you need to have
tag
lined up.
system for hunting.
Yeah, and hunting, it's like awful. I mean,
Yeah, you got to know the tag, and he knows. Like even we want to do Utah, and he's like, he called us. Hey, this unit that you guys are applying for, they had a huge die off this year, so we're gonna switch you over and try to get you the points for this other unit. And like, I would have never fucking known that.
I haven't done it yet, but I've it's been in my mind, in the back of my mind. And I just haven't I haven't put it down and done it yet. But I've had this idea since I've been experimenting with like ChatGPT and creating chat bots and all that shit. I want to train a bot to go to each state's website on points and regulations and like train that bot to know everything there is about, applying for points and when you got to do this and deadlines and each year and everything. And, be able to have
So
that bot to
complicated.
just go to and be like, hey, I want to go on an elk hunt in 5 years. I have 0 points now. What does that look like?
What's the
And it
best
just like
strategy?
spits it out. Teach it to me as if
Yeah.
I'm 5 years old or whatever, or a 5th grader, and it gives you a play-by-play, step-by-step, year by year with everything. Like,
Yeah, I'm that guy
That'd be
that starts the research and about 20 minutes in is like, all right, I give up.
I'm
Cole,
done.
No,
Cole,
no way.
Cole, that costs like $50 on Fiverr. It's really easy to do.
I don't believe you, Trevor.
well,
Shut the fuck up.
I pay $130 a year for Go Hunt, which pretty much does that without the
Does that.
like done for you thing. But
Yeah.
That's not hard to do. Like if you gave me a list of all the websites, like I could have that done in like 15 minutes or 10 minutes. Some guy off fucking Fiverr will have it done faster. Like that's that's super easy to do what you're talking about. It's super easy.
What,
nowadays.
training the trap bot, training a trap bot to do that?
Yeah, so I train voice. I do voice training. Like I'm trying to like go to the next level and stuff. So I've been diving into that hard for now. What is this? 5,
But
6
can you
months
do
now.
this? Can you do this?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, you're not talking about the guy that like
What
does the shit at the orchestra.
Yeah.
Conductor. You're
Yeah,
going with
there
the
you go.
conductor? Is
Yeah,
that what they call him?
That's it. Well, a Uno conductor. This
feel
one's
like-
not this one's bad.
I feel like the businesses that we're in are kind of a means to that, and that we all probably have in our minds that it's like at some point, this just makes it easier for us to do whatever it is that we want to end up doing as much as we possibly can in the outdoors. Because like that's my only other that's my hobby. That's my thing.
Yeah.
So
the
this
default.
power washing business is just kind of like it helps you get there to be able to
Joe
do it.
knows. Joe knows.
vehicle.
He's been to my house.
Yep.
After that, Joe started
Yeah.
fishing a lot more.
Me and JC woke up about 7 a.m. at J Dog's house, and he got on a Conquer call and got off about 8:30 or so. I'm like, all right, we should be able to go do something shortly. Well, it was probably around 10:30 in the morning. We finally heard movement downstairs. So Jeremy's like, nah, man, I'm not getting up till 10 in the morning. Works about 4 hours a day, drinks Corona, hangs
But when
out,
he's going,
and
dude.
fishes. I'm like, I'm doing shit wrong.
Dan's on to something.
Jeremy gets 80 hours of work done in about 10 hours. Jeremy is
Yes.
busy fishing as fuck.
And
See-
late at night, and he does.
On Fiverr.
That's a
Yep.
skill.
I remember talking to David Carroll in your car on speaker, and he's like, bro, like, I am scaling my shit tremendously, but I'm doing it wrong because I need to be like J Dog.
Yeah, the fucking the model of subbing your workout that you talked to me about at the fishing trip was blowing my mind.
Dude, we had 7 trucks working yesterday. I only own one truck.
That's awesome.
Doing what?
Fucking everything, dude. We had 4 doing the stadium, and then another one doing some windows at a school, and then some flat work.
Pressure washing?
Another one doing roof and a house wash.
Wait a minute. Back up. You subcontract your pressure washing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Majority of it.
Yeah.
You weren't part of this conversation at the
the
ice.
trailer.
Yeah, you didn't know how awesome the California guys are.
That was when I came back to the trailer.
Zig tried to tell us.
Oh yeah, it probably sounded
Yeah,
fucked
Zig
up.
tried to tell you, and about 20 seconds later, you're like, dude, this is taking too long.
I'm cold. I'm going home.
I'm going over to my fish
But
house.
even
Oh,
like
we're in the
the
same.
whole-
we're in the same fish house. Damn it! I'm going up.
He was literally
Entire,
telling
you
about
know-
us with his leg in the hole.
I'm invincible.
The subcontracting part that Jeremy does, besides just subbing it out, the networking alone, like we went out to drink some beers with some guys in Cali, and there was a
Safety
dozen
meeting. You don't
guys
do a
there. And that
safety meeting.
networking alone is tremendous because we do it here. And I had a guy call the other day that we meet with all the time. He's like, look, I can't get to this job this week. Do you have a crew that can do it? Turned into a $4,800 pressure washing job. In one day, we knocked it out in 6 hours.
Nice.
So, like,
That's
yes,
nice.
subcontracting and just having that networking alone that you build those relationships is tremendous.
Yep.
And you do great at it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have meetups a lot. We have
got a
meetups a
whole
lot.
program going for it. It's like a club.
It is.
I want to
Sweet.
be a part of the club.
And I've got to the point now where like I have sponsors, like they'll pay for the food, and then Craig Harrison takes care of us. We have an insurance guy that pays for all the food, Craig Harrison, and then some vendors that like Russ Johnson, since it's like ball valves and all kinds of shit. I do like meetups like once a quarter, but
Oh,
even in
I
between,
gotta,
like, we
send
meet
some
up almost
koozies out there.
Wait,
Better-
but
better
didn't
fucking
Russ
send a box
Johnson
of
die?
koozies out.
no,
No.
no,
Russ Johnson didn't die?
no,
No.
no,
Was that a rumor?
no.
I know I'm not making that up.
April
I've
Fools.
never heard that.
No,
Are you starting one?
Yeah.
I hope not, because
All
I'm
right.
fucked.
Sorry, Russ. Sorry,
Right.
buddy. I've known Russ for 20-something years.
Dude, I
That's,
love that guy, man.
My bad, dude.
Yeah. The past 5 haven't been good or what?
April Fools, Russ. Gotcha.
Jesus.
Jeremy, I'll send you a box of koozies. I'm
There you
going
go.
to sponsor everybody's warm hands and cold beers.
There you go.
sounds
Yeah,
good.
no, it's good just being able to like call on people. Like, and I think we have about 1,500 we have a SoCal Pressure Washing Network group. I only started that like 4 or 5 years ago just to keep tabs on everybody because after COVID, there was so many fucking washers out here. I was like, dude. And so like I find new people and I invite them to the group, like, hey, come hang out with us. We're going to be here Friday, and just like break bread with them and, help them. If they're like starting off, just help them grow their business and learn the right way. Cause then I can eventually give work to them, and like you get the guys that are coming up, like, okay, here's a driveway, just take this. Like, I don't want any money off of it, whatever. And you just like train them along or let them go ride with your guys. And then they learn how you do stuff. But it takes time. It's like a pecking order. And then as people come up, you start like subbing out. Okay, now you're the man. And you just share calendars with everybody, and they all wear your shirt, and you're good to go.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, but that would never work in my town because there's like
12.
8,000 people here.
8,000 total.
I live in a very small town, so it would just be like, it just wouldn't work. But
Hey, Brandon,
Nobody
likes
you're
someone
going out to
So
wash.
if you're paying them the same amount of money that they're making now, why wouldn't it work? Because
it's me versus like 4 other companies.
It's not versus. You're helping them. You're making.
No,
the phone ring.
I'm saying there's not very many companies.
That's easier to get in your circle.
Yeah, I think
we're gonna have to have a whole new podcast to discuss this.
I think Trevor, I think you need to have the same conversation I had, but you got to take a couple mushrooms first.
You guys get in the mindset.
I would never do that.
You guys.
That's illegal.
Otherwise,
That is illegal, Sig.
I'm talking about
it is a limiting belief, Trevor.
I'm talking about lion's mane. It's
Just
healthy.
white mushrooms, dude. Yeah,
Just
I put them
illegal,
in.
sir.
I put them in your enchilados. Some white mushrooms.
If you have any high-rise window cleaners that travel, I need some.
I've already started that in a way. I just don't utilize it as a subcontract because I've befriended like 5 guys in my area that started out a couple of years ago, and you see their prices online, and I just would like reach out to them and talk to them without being like, "Hey, dickhead, you're racing to the bottom." And all of them are like, "Oh, I didn't know I could make that much," and I just I would send them closed jobs that I had. Look, this is what we're making on this. And now all of them talk to me on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And I've never thought of like using them to do jobs. Like
just invite them. So do like once a month, make once a month, like on a Friday or something, like, hey, let's go have drinks. It's not about anything. You guys are going to talk shop and everything. And then you can show that, like, you have to have that face-to-face, that one-on-one like time. That's totally different than just calling somebody on the phone. Just invite them. Hey, come have drinks. Come have lunch with me. That's pretty much what we did. And how we built that whole network was just off doing that.
And you may get burned a few times here and there, but like I've got a full paint crew. We do exterior painting, interior painting, decks, restoration. It's not worth my time to do it. So that's all subcontracted through a company I've used for 9 years. Same with washing. I'm trying to scale back now just to have a couple trucks versus 5 or 6. And I'm going to sub the rest out and make the same profit margin and not have to worry about the headaches.
You'll make more profit.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, well, Dan doesn't look at my books anymore. He's got people that looks at my books.
I can vouch for that. I've looked at him.
I can tell you he had to readjust his target goals based upon my business model.
Yeah, the business model is a little different, but it's like it works. Like the infrastructure is way different, right? To make it happen.
Yeah. But it's all about networking. It's all about
So
networking.
interesting.
we do a little subcontract with a guy that just does pavers and stuff. He's another fireman. And that's the thing too, is I got a lot of firemen that do other jobs that correlate that I can work with and do that. Like TJ, he does anytime I don't want to do sanding and sealing pavers. I just want to clean and leave and go to the next job. Well, he does that. And so I just call him, what do you want to make on this job? And he tells me, and I price it a little higher, and then we usually get it. We've done some pretty big jobs together.
Exactly.
And I would have
You guys
lost
keep
them.
talking about this, I gotta pee.
I would have lost those jobs if I would have said we don't do, paver sealing.
Right. Yep. And you got to leverage those. We do the same thing with roofers. We have a lot of relationship with roofers because they don't want to clean a roof. They want to put a new one on or fix your problem. They don't want to clean it. So they send us a lot of work, and we're the same way. I'm like, hey, I'm not going to sub it out. I'm not going to try to like make money off your new roof, but here, call these people, like nice and easy.
I see you, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Did
What
y'all
was
know
that,
that
Cole?
Cole? Did y'all know that Cole's my best friend?
I
Not
don't
drinking
care.
that
You
White
guys can
Claw.
use
He's
me for
not.
my land. I like it.
Cole's my best friend because he's got 3,000 acres in Ohio.
Not quite.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you have 30 acres. I'll be there.
I never did tell you the story, Trevor. We went to go leave the airport there in Minnesota. And did you fly Delta when you flew out?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, I'm 100% sure it was you. So like we flew out a few hours after you, and they're like, oh yeah, we go done ice fishing. It's like, oh, some other guy was here too. He said this place fucking sucks and it's cold and he fucking can't wait to leave here. And we're all like, that sounds like Trevor.
It had to be me.
We're like,
Sure,
"Yeah,
you.
confirm that
Listen.
story."
I love Dan Plata. I love you if you're there, Dan, but fuck Wisconsin
He said,
or
"They-
Minnesota, wherever we were.
I did the
all three
same
of us
thing.
knew
Minnesota,
exactly who she was talking about, dude.
dude. No,
So,
that place
do
is
you-
not for me.
When I'm in Hilton Head, I'm looking for a fishing charter down there. Do you have any recommendations
No, you're not. That's like 3.5, 4 hours away.
from
I
you?
don't know those people. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you come hang out with us. We'll
If
go
you come
fishing.
to Myrtle Beach, then you got me and Trevor. I'm north, he's south.
Yep.
We're doing a family thing and a family reunion in Hilton Head this year, and I want to do a fishing charter while we're down there. So, but because I don't
Yeah,
want to
I'd
go
love to
at
go.
all.
Sure.
Where are we
Yeah,
going?
yeah, I'll do it. I'm in. You got
Yeah.
it. Thank you for paying for it.
Sure.
All right.
Speaking of
I
trips,
really appreciate it.
I wanted to hit J Dog up with this. For boob events, do we get like a special deal with these like worldwide charter things you're doing? Is
course.
there a boob discount?
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
There will be.
Tilted boob
As a
discount.
member of the boob, he has to give it the discount.
Yep.
Unsanctioned.
Unsanctioned boob events. Yeah.
Yep.
You know who you should reach out to, J Dog, is that was it Trev Gowdy? Ted Gowdy? What is it?
Trey Gowdy?
Trey? The fish monsters
Make a
guy.
shit.
The
Oh,
river
okay.
monsters.
Yeah.
That dude has hunted or fished everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the worst reference I've ever heard.
You whiffed on that one.
Just let it go, dude.
Yeah. I'm not trying to go through jungles and fucking swimming.
I'm
with fucking
sorry, Cole.
alligators
You're
and
my
shit.
best friend. You're my best friend.
You
Shake
can
your
always
bait.
tell when Trevor's here because it's like there's the dick.
Somebody gets given up on really quick. He'll just give up on
Whoa.
something real
It's
quick.
not true. Okay, it is true. It's true.
He even gave up on that real quick. Just like, no
It's
patience.
big facts. Big
No
facts.
patience. Cole, you said something earlier about hey, you need some high rise guys. And
What is
and
Cole doing, dude? I can't take him
He's
serious.
just that carrot. He's just got a fucking carrot, dude. Don't hate on the veg.
It's a big carrot.
It's a root. I don't even want to know.
Anyways,
I don't even want
This
to
is
know.
going
why-
downhill fast.
It's
I
a
need,
photo booth prop. It's a photo booth prop. Duh.
Well, she's like decorating a house. You know, I got this. I got
Oh, Easter stuff.
yeah, I got this was necessary.
Oh yeah, that's totally necessary.
You got to have a green rabbit.
J Dog, I want to see your tackle room. I know you got one.
I don't actually. It's little. It's not that much.
Oh,
I got a
we're
little
we're gonna
workbench
work on that.
with some tackle over in the corner.
He's got a few of my irons from last year. I think he's got a few plots.
That's
of
my
irons
ultimate
for this
goal,
year.
man, is to have a just a badass tackle room. You know,
Just most of the guys I fish
That's
with
all I
already have
got
the
right
boat already
now.
all done up with everything. So it's like I don't need
Yeah.
to roll.
Oh,
like,
who we
I
got
bring
here?
my
Who
shit,
we
they're
got
like, I
here?
have everything, and you're like, okay, I just lugged all this fucking iron for nothing, you know.
Joe's actually
Yeah.
got a tackle room, but just because he's selling it.
Oh yeah, exactly. He's sponsored.
Yeah.
What is Coltrane doing? He's on his own there. What are you doing, dude?
He's moving and
I'm
shaking.
just hanging out.
I thought Joe was going to
You brought it up, Dan. I need a high rise window crew.
Yeah. Talk to Andy.
Yeah.
Come out there and do some high
Oh,
rise.
will he travel?
Yeah.
I mean, he can send dudes. Talk to him. He can
No,
probably
he
send
already-
dudes out.
He said he would for sure.
We got
Oh,
a request from the city for a $200,000 window cleaning contract at one of the
Yeah.
city buildings.
Send it.
Dude, just figure it out. Figure it out. Make it happen.
We
Yeah,
tried.
Andy's
I
done
tried to
Andy
submit
just-
a bid with waterfed pole, and they're not accepting any waterfed pole work or any lift work. They're only accepting bids that have a A-frame roller thing that I don't know anything about.
Yep.
And
It's way easier than you think it is. But you could water fed pull from the top, just
How's that go again, Trevor?
Yeah, it's like a shake weight.
Show
Your
us
shake
that.
weight. Get your shake
oh,
weight out.
kind of like a bidet. I see.
what? What? What did he say?
Like a reverse
Oh,
bidet.
I don't know. He's your best friend.
I can't
don't know
wait
if
for the
that's fun.
side to side window.
Can't
cleaning.
take you anywhere, Coltrane.
Yeah, the shake weight- yeah, the shake weight is-
Somebody just booked the last spot on Cedros. You're out, Trevor. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh man.
yeah, that got scooped up fast.
Anyway.
Zig, chill out.
I'm pretty sure it was actually your wife, just to block it off so you don't. Go.
It was
Did
me.
somebody give Zig his mushroom or something?
Yeah, Zig booked it real quick.
I don't
Paul's
take
gone again.
mushrooms; those are illegal.
I'll hit up Andy.
Yeah, Andy chimed back in on the YouTube. He said, "Yeah, we travel."
Yeah.
Be
Nice.
Andy who?
Oh,
Who?
sweet.
What am I missing? Andy who?
Mashura,
I will.
Sure.
Uh,
From
Yeah.
Exit.
Oh yeah.
big
my boy,
kahunas.
my boy.
You know, the one you spent the weekend with fishing.
Yeah,
Dude, it's longer than a fucking weekend.
I need full names, okay? Zig. Not all of us go by one name.
Now,
What else
now
did you
here,
talk
let
to
me
the whole
let me
time?
also clarify a thing, which is Andy's smart enough to just let the rest of us talk, and
No doubt.
Andy kinda like
I
sits
was
quietly.
yeah.
Like, look at
I
these
don't know.
jackasses, right?
I don't know if he said more than like 5 sentences the whole time.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
makes them count. At least he makes them count.
Yeah,
the rest of us are
really does.
just
What was your buddy's name that like recently quit drinking?
Clay.
He was Clay.
he's supposed to be on here now. He's supposed to be
At
on
one
here
point, I just looked over at Clay when we were playing Catan, and I could just see it in his face. He was just miserable. Like these people.
now. These guys.
These people are horrible.
We're all
No.
fucked up.
No wonder why he didn't join us tonight. I sent him the link.
He was like, "Wait, Trevor, Zig, Colt, nah, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
out.
good. I'm good.
he's like, been there, done that.
Been there.
I've been a part of that.
I know where this night's gonna end up.
That's right. That's right. How many times have you peed in your 5-gallon bucket over there, Trevor?
I'll be right back."
Make sure it doesn't have chlorine in it.
We did, like, God, it was a few weeks ago, maybe a month or two ago. Between ice fishing and now, Trevor was on the podcast and we were just BSing. And he's like, "Man, I don't know if you noticed this, but like, well, we've been on here. I peed like 3 times. He had a 5-gallon bucket under his desk while we were podcasting."
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he was prepared, dude.
That
You guys
is-
got to
that's
pee a
some-
lot.
That's some redneck shit.
Yeah, he's got to pee a lot. He was prepared. Good on him, man.
Hey, we could have used one hog hunting. Just saying.
Yeah, we did. I did have to stand up awkwardly and like half crouch, half whatever contort to pee out of the blind because you were by
Hog
the door.
hunting.
I
When
was-
did we go hog hunting?
I think
Uh,
I held
varmint?
you at one point in time. So you
We went
wouldn't fall
camping
out.
and drinking. That's what we did.
I shot a raccoon and a possum. Well, Joe did.
A poon.
Somebody did. Yeah, we shot a poon. I was there
I shot
for it.
beer cans.
What the
You
hell's
did,
a
you
poon?
did. It's a possum and a coon.
If
man.
you gotta ask, you don't either.
Oh,
They have shot
Coltrane.
like 20 pigs in the last couple weeks up there. JC texted me. He's like, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, I know."
It's just you just get the hand that you're dealt. The
Yep.
hand that you're dealt. I had a thing I was gonna say about working in the outdoors, and I think there's the guiding aspect, right? Which I like. I get leery of getting too deep into the guiding game just because it at some point it like takes away from your ability to go, right? It's like you got to like protect your time. And Joe, I'm with you. Like my favorite thing to do is like take kids out there or people that haven't done it before. I mean,
I hate
few-
kids.
a few years ago, yeah, I hate my kids, but other than that, actually in a funny way, like I kind of hate everybody else's kids. Like my kids,
Oh,
I can
for
put up
sure.
with I
Yeah.
can put up with their bullshit, but if it's somebody
Your
else's
kids
kid,
were horrible, Dan. I
Right?
just want It's
Dude, they're fucking awful, man. When it's somebody else's kid, you just want to punt them like a yelpy dog. When it's your kids, you're just like, they're just being themselves. I don't
they're
know
being great. They're amazing. But your kids, they're horrible.
I don't know about my kids being great, like even to me, but you know.
Oh, I had him trained like a dog.
Yeah, you literally did have them trained like a dog. Like they were yelping and barking and jumping around. You had it going.
No, you had great kids, man. They were very well behaved, very, very polite, very kind. They're good kids.
I don't
Good
know
family.
about that. Yeah, you should have seen them tonight at Shields. One of them was farting all over the place. My
That's
8-year-old girl, she was farting all over the place, like just dropping mad bombs and like rolling around on the floor. And the other one kept biting me. I was like, you guys, like we're about to get in a fist fight. Like I'm about to get carried out of Shields for child abuse if you guys keep up this behavior. Oh, you only got a couple left in there. Easy now. Only got a
Have
couple
no
left.
fear.
I think the product side of the outdoors is awesome, but I feel like it's kind of hit and miss, right? Like,
It's so hard, man.
yeah,
it's
it's
so
really
hard.
tough. I think
I don't think
like
anything outdoor-
Ernie and Greg with Tethered, like they hit the timing where they were like the first ones and they rode the wave. I mean, there's a lot of other people in that space, but it's a tough game to play, and like they could go away
Well,
tomorrow.
they have patents on a lot of stuff, and like, how creative can you really get with that? To the point of like making something new. Like, I know that they have a few lawsuits out to some bigger companies that that Ernie said will probably go out of business when it's all said and done.
But I mean, like hang on stands and climbers probably thought the same thing, right? And then all of a sudden, like everybody's getting a saddle.
Yeah, everybody
like,
is.
The hang on sales and the climber sales have.
I'll tell you.
More
I'll tell
than
you the hiccup that we're running into. So, right, we have patented products. We have stuff that we've been working on for 5+ years, and we have improved the process for trolling ballyhoo without a doubt. The Quick Connect system, the Who helmet, we've got all these branded and well put together processes. But when you're trying to change the way people have been fishing for generations, the cost of education is so high that it's like it's hard to even fathom that this is worth your effort.
Yeah, how do you get
Now-
it out there? Right? Are you going to go buy TV ads while they're watching a fishing show? Right?
You can't grassroot it. It's too big. You know, I mean, it's like I'm not going to go to the West Coast and teach them to stop using chin weights. It won't happen, right? I mean, that's what you guys do, right? J-Dog is chin weights.
Well,
you built
yeah, down south a little bit from us. Yeah, they put a weight.
Yeah.
there. Yeah, they're not going to do.
They're
trying
not going to
to-
change.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So we may have completely revolutionized it, but if you can't communicate that revolution, you're the first to the market, then you're the McDonald's that pays millions of dollars in research and market research before you open a new location. And Hardee's, their philosophy is just open up across the street. So literally McDonald's spends millions of dollars in market research, and Hardee's entire philosophy is,
Let me get over there.
McDonald's seems to
Dude, I
think
didn't
that
know
this is a
that.
good spot. Yeah,
J-Dog, that's Carl's Jr. for you.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
That's
yep.
wild.
It's Apple versus Android, right?
Never knew that, yeah.
Apple showed up and showed the roadmap, and Android was like, "All right, we'll do that." You know,
Yeah.
it's like
We have
and now
just
they're the
enough
largest
money
in
to
the
follow
world.
them. Yeah.
But I think like with your system, like you like you're saying we'll never change it. But I would imagine like with saddles, like no one ever thought the saddles were going to be what they are now, and now fucking everybody uses them. At one point, people looked at that and they were like, "No way am I going to change."
Well, I
the way
mean,
I'm
and there's
hunting."
as Zig would call them, there's the blowhards. That's a term that I got from Zig. I don't think you invented it, but I think it's the perfect term for like the Dannon vaults.
Yeah.
The guys like that are like the God, what's his name?
Hang on.
There's some like older dudes in the
Sam
industry.
Eberhard?
Eberhard, who's the lone wolf dude?
That's I know I can't think of
And
the name. It's something Italian. It's like an Italian name. And something.
Yeah. But so there's all these blowhards that have been doing it the way they do it, and they've got the market cornered, right? And it takes like you gotta latch on and find the right, also like air quotes influencer, right?
Yeah.
Tethered, I found Tethered because I watched The Hunting Public, and they're like me, and they're just a bunch of young dudes that
But-
go out and find deer and work their ass off to find deer. And they were all doing hang-ons. And then as I was watching them, all of a sudden they all started using these saddles. And I was like, what the hell is that? That
Yeah,
looks
but-
gay. And then
but
after
they
a year or two, I'm like, oh, these gay dudes are killing a lot of deer, and they can get up in trees that I can't get in, and they can get up way faster than me.
You just said it though. They solved a big problem, and the big problem is, what do I do with all this stuff? How do
Yeah.
I track this 2 miles, 3 miles, 10 miles into the into the woods? You can't do it. So they had a big problem to solve. The
But I mean,
problem that we're
saddles have been
trying to
around
solve
since-
is small.
Saddles
They
have been
have.
around since the 1960s and
They
1970s.
really have, and it was like you
No
said. It took,
way.
yes, they have.
Okay,
Like,
okay, no. That's a perfect example, right?
It is.
The early people that tried to invent the saddle, they had to spend all the time and money and effort to try and
Yep.
train the public, and then it finally caught on, and Tethered was like, "Oh, I like that. Let's do it. I'll rebrand it. It'll
Yeah,
be
they
better."
started
And they
making
took
it at
over.
the right time, and they found the right avenue to educate.
Exactly.
right?
Yeah. So
Because
you don't want to
which-
be first to market necessarily, is what I'm.
No,
saying.
you have to have the right influencers, right? And they started finding the right people to wear their stuff and create
Zig,
content. Like Meat Eaters wearing
obviously.
it,
It was
Hunting
all-
Public's wearing it, fucking Times Up Outdoors is wearing it. But it really started taking up. Like their timing was tied to.
I did
when-
not know it had been around that long. That's
Yeah,
long-
saddle hunting's been like John Eberhart is. He's got over 50 record book bucks from Michigan, which is kind of hard to do, but he's been hunting out of a saddle.
So does
that
Rampola. So does Rampola, but nobody
he-
believes
yeah,
it.
yeah, he's been hunting out of a saddle that he made himself for like since the 80s. Like that's all he's ever used. And Tethered actually had a Eberhart signature saddle that they made for a little while, but yeah, it's been around a long time. It's just Tethered. Honestly, Tethered. They're the ones that made it blow up, and then after they came out,
For sure.
they
that's the
everybody
only
else.
one I know.
Yeah, there's a few other big companies, but they all came after Ernie and Greg started traveling all over the country selling their thing, and which is funny because like as big as they've gotten now, like Ernie calls me, I think that there's a level of like the type of people that they are too. They just are good people, and
Yeah, they're super good old boys.
like Ernie will call me out of nowhere and just be like, "Hey, what's up, man? Just wanted to check in and see how you're doing." I'm like, our
That's the
friendship,
owner?
yeah, and we don't offer Times Up Outdoors isn't doing anything for them, so it's like he's just a good person. They're good people. I think
So
that.
why
goes
don't
along
I
with-
have a Tethered system yet? Since you're such good
I
friends.
don't know
with them,
because you're
don't-
fucking cheap. You're just
'Cause you're a
fucking
dick.
easy.
I am.
Same
I
reason
am.
that
Hey,
don't
I
have
gotta
a
tell you
float
guys
yet.
though, you gotta go on. I want you guys to Google
Damn,
this tonight.
You're right.
gotta
Oh, we've
Google
changed all of that, by the way. Wait till I
Change
show
what?
it to you. It's freaking dope.
You got to go on Slice of Life Archery. Okay, you have to go and watch this guy's shit. You will fucking die laughing. This guy, I know somebody who's related to him, and he's been selling products in the hunting industry for like 30 years, but they've never gone anywhere. And he's got videos on here of him using his hunting products. Dude, it's almost like, is this fucking real? Like, is this a joke? And he's
He's going on a nature walk. The boy's
Dude,
going on a nature
one
walk.
of his videos is him jumping out of a tree onto a box to kill a deer. And it's an actual deer. He jumps out of a tree and he has these knives that he sells and he jumps onto the deer's back and he fucking films it. It's on YouTube. You can watch it.
Slice
It's
of life,
wild.
man.
It's wild.
Slice of life or death.
All right. All right,
Death.
check this out. Look,
What nice bobber.
so the line runs through it, right?
Yeah, it's
Come-
called
comes out of the
slip
bottom.
bobber. Slip
You
bobber.
know how a bobber works, right?
I've seen these.
The difference is you haven't seen this. The difference is we can adjust the level with that chuck. It tightens down around the mono or the floor or whatever you have. So if you need 10 foot of depth, adjust it, loosen it, tighten it up, done deal. So you're going up and
You
down.
don't have to
adjusting your
have a
depth.
fucking knot on your line somewhere.
Right. You're not retying it. Okay, the tide dropped 4 feet. You're not retying it. You just go.
On the
That's
flip
like-
side of that, like, yes,
Fish tools.
it's tide,
Hashtag fish
title
tools.
dependent, but right, the tide side of it, like we used that a bunch yesterday, and I caught probably 20 plus fish on floats, but I had to change our depths. But also, I know because of your area, you think about tides, but last week I was fishing the Salmon River all week long, and that whole river is based off of float adjustment in every hole we're at. So like we're running that drift, but that same float will work perfectly up there, 2 foot, 6 foot, because those fish are all the way at the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You got to get that depth right.
Do you have one of those that's about this big for like those of us walleye and crappie fishing? You got some
No,
mini versions?
because y'all are retarded. And
Yeah,
and you should
except
probably
if you sell them this big, you'll sell millions of them, right?
You
You
really?
really? As big as looks a lot bigger.
Dude,
Yeah,
did you
hold it
go
out
into
here.
did you go into any of the bait shops around here? Like you need a 3-inch tall bobber.
Okay.
You need that, and 3 inches tall. The actual float is maybe an inch, and the spindle is 3 inches. For pan fishing, for like bluegills, for perch, like we were catching, like that is what you're fishing with. You need a tiny ass little bobber. That's like you can sell them in slip bobbers, but when you buy a slip bobber, there's a line that has to go around your line. It catches
Right.
on all your fucking eyelets, right? And so when you the idea being like when you catch a fish, you can reel, and that slip bobber is going to unleash and like go back to the bottom. If you had that where it's like when you set the hook, then it releases it and slides down the line to a stopper, that's the way to do it.
So it's fiberglass too. So it's a little bit more rigid. You know, it's not made out of metal that will bend and become permanently screwed up.
Yeah.
It's just,
Can I use
just
that in
better.
a pond to catch bluegill?
I
It's
mean,
a little
I
big for a
would
bluegill. You
I
might
wouldn't
not
recommend
notice
it
a bite.
because-
You might not notice a
because
bite.
why
at all.
would you want to catch a bluegill? But
Because they're fucking delicious, man. They fry up like a
Delicious.
potato chip.
bro, you don't know
Just
delicious.
drop a night crawler and you got one.
Hey man, my kid caught a jack and a mango
Snapper.
Snapper.
Mangrove or a mango?
Yeah,
was it
that's
out
my
eating-
point. Like,
Was it out eating mangoes?
Yeah, it's a
come out
mango.
to the East Coast and eat some saltwater fish. It's like
We caught
it's
No
not-
caught a couple
pineapple
fish in,
snapper.
we caught a couple fish in Key Largo last week. A couple little guys. But do you ever do tarpon fishing? Because I fed those with my hands and I caught one by my hand.
Yeah,
It was
That was
fucking awesome.
badass,
Yep.
dude.
Dude.
Can
That
you
was
prove
the
it?
coolest shit ever. I got a
Can you
video.
prove
of
it?
Yeah, his
I'm
wife
gonna
was
need to
running
see
away
that.
scared from the pelican.
I got a video of it.
And they,
The
then they
finder,
started-
the finder is back. That's good.
Dude, those things were like 6 feet long. Can you eat those?
Nah.
If
No.
you're a horrible human,
gotta
yeah, you
release
could
them.
eat that.
Tarpon?
Yeah, they're
Why
like
is
a muskie. They're like a muskie.
They're
Pound
like
to pound.
they feel like they're like puppies. Like they all just hang out at that dock and let people feed them at that restaurant. And people were petting them and shit.
Yeah, it's
They call
not
it the
even
ribeye of the
fishing.
sky.
dude.
No, it was just
We
at a
go
restaurant.
down in 4 weeks. I
Here
think. We
comes
go down
here
to,
comes Coltrane Binder
Sarasota.
out of left field. They
What did he
him
say?
They said they call him the ribeye of the sky.
Yeah, no, it was fun. But I want to go deep sea fishing, so
We need J Dog to hook up that trip to I need some sailfish and some marlin in my future.
yeah, I need to go fish. So a boob event somewhere, either east or west coast.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to you.
You got shoe polish over there, T-Bone? What are you doing?
Yes.
You about to polish your shoes?
Uh-huh.
What is that?
Well, just you do you, Dan.
Well,
Daniel.
I want to know what you're up to. What do you got? Is that a fish tools? You got some fish tools over there?
Fish tools.
It's
fish tape.
childproof, whatever it is.
I can tell by the way that it's not going so well for you.
Fish gum.
Fish gum. That'll
It's
work.
candy. It's just candy.
I've heard of this. There you go.
I've heard of those.
Micro dose. It's a micro dose.
It's candy.
The
Don't be a
microdose,
weirdo.
just sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar dough.
Cole, do you got a White Claw over there?
Sure do.
Oh, dang. You guys are best friends.
Best friend.
Mango.
He's even got the
Let me tell you
mango.
about my
He's even got
best
the-
friend.
Mango snapper version flavor.
We went deep sea fishing in Mexico and we caught like 5 fish the whole day.
Dude, you need to come down here, man.
I
For
know. I
sure.
want to. I want to. I want to come down there and kill an alligator too.
You might want to
Make-
hang out with a less of an outlaw than me. If that's what you want to do.
Yeah,
don't
Trevor's on the radar now.
I don't care how we do it.
Oh, man, let's go. I got you then. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm your boy. I'm your boy. Man, we had
alligator pelican combo trip.
Yes.
so my buddy, my best friend growing up his parents had a pest control company.
Is this
and,
story gonna take a while?
All right. I deserve that. I did.
I've been waiting for you to tell a story. All right, come on. I want to hear this.
All right. So
If you make it
anyway,
fast.
they got the nuisance tags. So they would get 3 to 4 a month where somebody's dog got eaten or something like that. And somebody called in for DNR and we had to haul out the alligator. So we would show up, and I'm not giving any names, so I can totally pull this off. And they would say, okay, it's about a 4
Plus, this
foot,
was 10
6
years
foot, 8 foot alligator. It's in this pond. And we'd be like, oh yeah, sure. We're going to go get it right now. And we would go out straight to the river. And we would find a 10, 11 foot gator and we'd rip him out of the river and be like, yep, this is the one. We got him.
Got him.
We'd tag him, bring him in. And they'd be like, he's still there. I don't know. Must have been 2.
That's
Guess
awesome.
we're gonna have to go get him again. Oh damn, there's 3.
They're going to need another tag, I guess.
They
I
all
don't
look
know.
alike, man. They all look alike.
What do you do with them? Do you like get the head mounted or something?
Let's just skip over that.
They have so many boots,
You got a lot of purses.
vests.
I'm just kidding. I made that story up completely. It's not real. It's a fabrication.
But
It
you could
didn't happen.
imagine
It's a man bag.
being her
Imagine if it did.
own.
None of that ever happened.
But I know a guy that did.
But I know a guy.
You can imagine what it would
No,
be
you
like.
don't.
No, you don't.
I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. You're looking rough, dude.
I'm
Pass
tired,
it
man. I'm tired. All
Yeah,
right.
you got to get up early and fight fires, save lives.
Oh no! Tomorrow we're watching one of my favorite breweries.
Oh, that's a good one to finish at. Put that one at the end of the day.
No, it's got to be at the beginning of the day because they want it done before they open.
That's the best time to drink beer.
Yeah, they always give us beer. They always give us. We do like there's the whole.
Right.
It's great customers.
A little
Can't
lunchtime.
drink all day if you
sniff.
don't start in the morning.
Tell
Exactly.
me about it. Tell me about it. You need
And
a
he
tequila
owns a coffee
sunrise to
shop
go along
next
with
door to
that?
give us free coffees, like fancy ones, like food.
Well,
stuff.
we're pushing on 2 hours here.
That'll
Yeah.
happen.
I'm out. Good night. It's been real. This was a fun one.
There's a
Every time
Good to
somebody
see that.
reschedules, I'm just sending out the damn bat signal.
I'm in, man. See ya.
It's the default.
later. Good
So
night.
he's like- but you guys do need Trevor and Joe. You guys do need to hit him up for a damn saddle. If
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
in Kentucky,
I'm gonna
I think
harass him.
it's a good setup. It's a good setup.
West
It
Coast
is,
boy
it
over
really
here.
is.
I'm assuming it's to use to climb in trees to like shoot deer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. It's just like especially
Yeah.
vertical bow hunting. Like it'd be really tough with the.
Like,
I've shot
I'm
it.
like taking a horse. I'm like, nah, they don't ride many horses. So maybe it's
We're going up in the mountains. We're going up in the mountains, boys. You need a good saddle.
Yeah, picture a
Jeremy,
sex
you don't
swing.
you don't do any hunting at all, do you, Jeremy?
no, there's hardly anything out here. There's a little bit on Camp Pendleton if you're military, because it's a big open area. But like out here, there's some people that do some bird hunting, but you got to go a couple hours away. There's not really anything out here. It's not even a way of life out here. Like I don't even know if there's a taxidermy in Southern California other than a fish, you know?
Remember when you had that coyote running behind your house when we were
Yeah.
out there? Yeah.
I killed a coyote in my backyard a couple years ago.
With your
I
bare
killed him
hands.
on bare hands.
Bastard.
No, I just said, "Hey, what are you doing over there?" And it's
Yeah,
Just
So
scared to death.
so different out here. Like it's not even on the radar. I mean, if you're up in like
It's
Northern
definitely on our
California or
radar.
something, maybe, but not down here.
Now, Cole, do you do saddle hunting too, or no?
I do, yeah. I made the switch. What was the first year? The first year we went to Kentucky, Dan. Was that 2 years ago? 3 years, 2 years,
Like
3 years ago.
two and a half, because we hunted there 2 years, and then Ben and I did Arizona this last year.
Yeah.
So it'll be 3 years ago this fall because this will be like the third time we've been there, but in 4 years type of thing. But yeah,
I made the switch after seeing them guys use it, and like, dude, before that, I was like, that's the gayest thing in the world. I will
yeah, you were
never
like,
do that.
I do this hang on thing, and I got the best freaking hang on in the world. And then the next time I see you, like, yeah, I got this saddle.
Yeah, I made the switch, and so even like my lease here in Ohio, I have not hung a stand since I bought a saddle. I even on my own freaking property, like I still have stands that I hunt that have been sitting, like those stands have been there, but
Is the setup faster or slower?
I mean,
I-
everything is slower
Compared to
than a
what?
ladder stand, right? Like a
Compared
ladder
to a
stand,
climber.
compared to a
about the
climber,
same.
it's I think
It's
it's
what?
faster. You don't have to trim shit.
Yeah, I
Trim?
feel
Yeah, I
like
mean,
I've done a
we have
climber
pine trees. We
for-
don't trim anything.
Right. I've done a climber for 20 years and in
Yeah.
Ohio for 15. I can legit set up my summit, walk a mile and a half, 2 miles back, no problem. And I can be up to the top of that tree where I want in probably under 5 minutes. All the stuff I've seen with saddle guys is like,
Takes
set up your
20 minutes
stick,
to set it
this up, set that up.
Yeah.
And it looks like 20 minutes to set it up, and you're rattling all your shit around getting to your stand. I'm
I
not
agree.
debating it. I've only tried a smaller one, but I'm
Yeah.
still a diehard climber because I've seen both sides of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think just like anything, right? You've done climbers for 20 years, so you're going to be really fast. But the first time
Right.
you did a climber, it probably took you 20 minutes. And the first time you do a saddle, it takes you 20 minutes, right? And so if you're comparing a thing you did for 20 years to the next thing, like you're just not going to be proficient at it. But once you get used to where your ropes are and where the things go and how you hang the steps, and it's like, just like anything, it becomes clockwork. You can go up
Right.
a tree with 4 sticks in 5 minutes, no problem. You
Can you do it quietly?
super quietly. I'd say way
Yeah,
way
for
quieter
sure.
than a climber. Way quieter
For
than
sure.
a climber.
My thing is, like, I had one guy in Ohio. He was halfway up and he got busted and he was in his saddle. Where in my climber, that's usually not an issue for me because I've got my bow locked in my spots. And I'm not saying it's going to happen often, but like, I'm just always prepared. And then the other excuse I hear is, oh, you can shoot 360 from your saddle. I can shoot 360 in my climber easily because I'm sitting against a tree and I can rotate anywhere I want.
Yeah, but
So,
you got to
like,
stand
I
up to
want to
turn
try the
around.
saddles more.
Yeah,
What's that?
Stand up?
you got to stand
Oh,
up
yeah.
to turn around in the climber.
The whole
in the-
standing up
No,
thing
you
is
don't.
difficult.
I sit. All
do
the
with
deer
a
I've
bow.
shot, my last
You do
three
with a
8
bow.
pointers that I shot in Ohio were all done sitting down.
With
And
a
I have a
rifle.
tree behind me. Everything is through here, and I have
Not
no
with a
problem.
vertical
Now, if I
bow,
gotta
you're
get up and
not.
shoot me.
At
We're
night.
talking about bow
With-
hunting. Bow
Yes,
hunting.
with
you
a bow.
You got to
You
stand
can't
with
up.
a bow.
shoot over your right shoulder sitting down. There's no way you
I
have to
can pull
stand up.
back. I can pull back and shoot anywhere this way to my left.
Yeah, you got
Back
180
to my right.
degrees. To shoot behind
my
your
point
tree,
is
you
you
have
still-
to stand up.
He does it like this.
Do you still have to move in the saddle though?
No, not like
Not
that.
really.
You don't have to turn. You don't have to turn around at all.
I mean,
Not
it's
much.
not
The
your-
saddle. The
you
saddle
twist.
turns you around.
like you don't
the
have
saddle is
to
stand up
magic.
and
move around. It's not
It's
at
more
all.
of a smooth
Joe,
sway.
Joe, I'm just saying, like, I
Poor
also hunted
J-Dog.
a decade out of a climber, right?
Poor
So I have a
J-Dog.
very
Right.
legit comparison between the two. Your ability to hide behind the tree and pull back, and the amount of movement you need, like you're facing the tree, right? So you can already shoot that way. To shoot the other direction, it's just this, right? You don't have to stand up. You don't have to turn around. Like to shoot 360 degrees is a swivel of 90 degrees, and your rope swivel. So there's no, like, to shoot here, you can shoot this 180 degrees without thinking. The
But
other
can you take a
180
nap?
degrees is that.
Can you take a nap?
Ben fell asleep in
Well-
Arizona in his and he was freaking snoring. So I haven't, but Ben figured it out. I will say there's nothing more comfortable than a climber stand, no doubt, right? But like, are you out there to take a nap or are you out there to kill a big ass buck? I think probably the biggest benefit to me, because I'm like very scent conscious, is every time I carry a climber in, I'm sweating. There's no doubt about it. I'm gonna be sweated up. I don't care if it's 30 degrees out. Like if I'm hauling a climber, that's 20 some pounds of whatever, and then my backpack is usually on my front. and I still have all the same shit. I have my calls, I have my food, I have my whatever, I have my ices, whatever I'm snacking on. Might have an icy. When I'm doing a saddle, it's got to be 15 pounds less, and there's just not
Absolutely.
shit on my back. Like maybe it's a pack, but sometimes I don't even need to bring a pack, right? I can just like stuff it around my waist, and so you just cut down on a lot of weight, which cuts down on a lot of sweat, which cuts down on a lot of deer smelling you. To me, that's probably the most important thing. Like just the cutting down on the weight and all the shit you're hauling around, especially like public land.
What would Steve say?
Who? Scuba Steve?
Steve Ranella,
I don't know. I don't think he really whitetail hunts a whole lot.
the Godfather.
Do you have an icy?
Like, I will
No.
if I'm so here's where I would draw the line. If I'm like walking in more than a few hundred yards, I would just go saddle, like because it's so much quieter walking through the woods, right? It's not hitting any branches. There's no metal, right? So you're not really hitting branches. You're not digging off of anything. If you're climbing over stuff and climbing under stuff, 100 times easier. So like when you're walking into public land and you're not going down like a prescribed trail, it's game changing to have like the minimalist version of the saddle. If I know where I'm going and I'm going to go back there a couple times and then the tree is prepped, I would go climber. It's just more comfortable to be in there, right? If you know if it's like the rut and you're like, I know I'm in a funnel and I'm just going to stay here all day, I'd be inclined to go hang a climber there and just like stay there the whole time. But if I'm not 100% sure that that's the spot to be, and I might have to move and bounce around up and like once you get the hang of it, right? Just like there's a learning curve with the going up and down. And I think there's a learning curve with the saddle too of being comfortable. It probably took me a year of using it to figure out where to set it to be comfortable. And once I'm up there, I don't like to move either. Like I lock in and I'm like, here, this is how I'm going to be. I'm here. Fucking Ben's up there. It looks like he's doing damn near yoga. He's up there swinging around and going down and coming back up and dropping shit on the ground. And he has a grappling hook. When we were in Arizona, he dropped his damn release and then he dropped his second release. And then he had to get his grappling hook on his bow rope. And he's like fucking slinging that thing around, trying to grab shit on the ground. He got it after like 30 minutes, just playing games. It's like video game. He's a finder. He's a founder. But I wouldn't, similar to Cole, it's like not intentionally, right? If a climber was a better move, I would just use a climber. I have 2 of them hanging in my garage. It's not that I don't have climbers, but I just don't take them anymore. I just
See,
don't.
that's the thing that I say is like 100% with you on that whole idea. The saddle, I've only tried a couple. Obviously, I need to do more research on them and try them further.
You need a bigger one
Right.
than you think you need.
What do you mean?
Absolutely.
I
need
mean, like,
one that
I'm not a
fits
big
someone-
dude, and I have an extra large one, right? Like, I bought
Yes.
a large, and I was like,
That's
my
because you
ass-
got such a big ass, Dan.
shut up. I played some ball in my day, all right? I got a lower body. I got, and
I need one
Here's a
that
saddle
fits
for
6
each
foot
calf.
3, 6 foot 3, 230, and I'll be okay. But the point is, like, climbers is a spot where, like you said, I know where I'm going, I know the trees, and I would never
Yes.
choose a saddle over the climber, which is what everybody perceives is just better no matter what. I think the saddle has its spots. Like if I go to
Poor J-Dog.
Kentucky or out west and I'm going back 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 miles, absolutely. But
I mean, even
Yeah,
if you're going
otherwise,
that
I
wild,
is
just
you're
go
just,
for a climber.
it's like if
is-
you don't know the tree
All right,
that
I'm
you're
gonna
about to
say
get
it.
in.
Saddle stuck. That's it. That's
you-
it. There's nothing else to say.
Where I think there's a lot of value is like when you're hunting
Cheers.
public land and you're going to a spot that you haven't been before. Like, who knows what tree you're going to get in? And the beauty of a saddle is you can. I mean, Cole, the tree that you shot your 10-pointer out of this last year in Illinois that we couldn't go get. Like, I
It's
looked
wicked.
at that thing and I was like, how does it
Back
go?
up. Why couldn't he go get it?
they ran onto private and the dude was just an asshole. Like, what
Yeah.
you have to get
You gotta
permission
go
to
get
go in
that
there.
deer.
Man, we
That's why
didn't.
you need me. That's why you need
Still
me.
thinking
I
about
will
it.
be there.
Me and Trevor coming. You don't need permission.
I got you, bro. We getting that deer.
We had a
promise.
good. It was a long shot deer too. It was dead. He just wouldn't let us go in there.
Damn.
It rained. He was like, "You got to wait for me. We called him to try to be nice, right? Okay, can we go in there? No, you got to wait for me." In the 3 hours, 3-4 hours,
Well, dude, it was like
downpoured.
5 hours. It downpoured.
Yeah,
the
and then he's
entire
like,
time.
"Oh, it doesn't look like there's a blood trail."
Oh, what
It's
a
like-
dick.
Huh?
We literally walked like 50 yards.
There's
He's like,
nothing worse
Doesn't
than
look
that.
like you got it.
I'm the kind of guy that will spend the next
Fucker.
week trying to find that deer.
Yeah, it
I
was
don't give up
frustrating.
on it.
It was
But like
frustrating.
that, like you were
Sucks.
saying, that spot, that tree was there's no chance you're getting a climber in that tree, that stand that I was in.
The only other way you'd hunt that is you would crawl up on that branch and just stand on the branch,
Yeah,
I've done it.
just free balling.
yeah. I can't wait. That spot's badass. But that's the trade off I was gonna say was like, if you looked at somebody who was like, hey, you have to hike in, you need to hike in 1.5 miles and set up. You don't know exactly what tree you're gonna set up. You can take this climber, or you can pay 5 minutes and take this saddle, and that 5 minutes is your setup time. What would you do?
That's a
Like
good point.
everybody in the world would pay the 5 minutes.
I'll get there 5
I'd
minutes
set up-
earlier.
I honestly don't have an opinion because I've never done it. It just looks like it would be uncomfortable. Like when I settle in a tree stand, I've been known to spend like 7 hours in that tree. Like
Oh yeah,
you
I'll
get
go all day in the
dedicated.
saddle. Yeah,
I can't imagine you can do that in a saddle.
easy
dude,
because you
so
keep
comfortable.
adjusting. You keep adjusting. You can go up and you can go down. You got knee pads. You can lean this way and lean that way.
I gotta
You're
try it.
Your weight isn't
Yeah.
on your legs, right? You're just sitting down, right? You're just sitting down.
You ever seen Cirque du Soleil?
Yeah, that's me, man. I'm just a
When they-
Cirque du Soleil son
I,
of a
I
gun.
live south of Myrtle Beach. Of course I have.
They do the ropes and they like swing from 'em. That's pretty much it. That's what you're doing for 8 hours, 6 hours.
So you
That
don't
looks
worry
perfect.
about
Yeah,
the scent is covered, but you guys can do flips and move, and that doesn't affect anything.
Exactly.
J
it's
Dog.
natural.
You're muted.
J Dog's back in the house. He's muted. Yeah,
Hey,
that
J
was not
Dog,
much.
I want to circle
Hold
back
on.
to
muted.
J
He still
Dog.
doesn't. He doesn't realize he's muted. He's got to turn
Oh,
his mute
Jesus.
off. Now he's going. Now he's back.
He lost
Yeah,
his
I'm
voice.
unmuted.
I wanted
gotta get
to
one of those
circle
hats,
back
dude. That's
to the Alaskan trip that you discussed earlier, because that would be my ultimate trip is to
Oh,
do
yeah.
Alaska. If you
Yeah.
can hook us up there.
Tag.
Yes, that is one of the guys that's going to be joining us. He's the fabricator on my new build. He's going to be joining us with Cedros.
Nice.
He does a Alaska trip. He's done it a couple times, so we'll talk about that when we're down there. About because
Beautiful.
he was looking for a couple more guys to go on that. I haven't been there yet.
Perfect.
I gotta
That's a
do
goal.
Alaska. I gotta do Cabo one of these years when you go down to Cabo.
Yeah, so we'll be doing Cabo September.
September.
Yeah, it's towards the end of September, beginning of October. I saw when Carlos is having an event. I have to look and see what day it was. I forget.
October 12th to the
Sep-
15th or something like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I'll probably do it the same time when he's down doing his event.
All right. All right.
I hope
There's
you
so
can
much
pull it
fun
off.
shit to do in the fall. How do you do it all?
I just go fish.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's where I'm at, and it's like I can't commit to these things because I know that stuff just pops up, and I don't want to be a dick and say I'm gonna do something and then can't do it.
Yeah.
He,
Well,
he
Cedros'
said he
book.
doesn't want to be.
Chris
a dick.
Cook. Chris Cook just took the last spot.
I don't want to be a dick, but I
He
am.
doesn't want to be, but
Oh,
But I
Chris Cook took Trevor's spot.
Yep.
Did he really?
Mm.
Yep.
He actually did. Oh, you're
He
being
did.
serious now.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm out.
You're out.
now
You're out now.
Hey,
He hasn't
Dan.
Venmoed the deposit yet. He just said, "I'm Venmoing tonight." He was asking for a roll call.
He's in.
It's all good, man. I'll make. I'll
Now,
make it
now,
one of
now
those
you
days.
don't have to feel guilty about like waiting and then backing out. Now you just don't have
Yeah.
to decide.
I don't
You
back
missed
out. I
You
just
missed your
wait
chance
for
of a
the
lifetime. It's okay. There'll be another one next
I
year.
know. I know.
Well, I still need like 8 more people for my Boundary Waters trip, so you can opt into that one instead.
There you
Yeah.
go.
2
That's
days
how-
before we
Yeah,
go.
way more comfortable.
Yeah, that'll be super comfortable. Just getting carried away by mosquitoes in Minnesota, paddling for 8 hours. You're gonna love it.
You have to paddle, Trevor.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
you-
never going back to Minnesota for the rest of my life. So you don't have to worry
Trevor,
about that.
I can see Trevor paddling.
I'm never going back to Minnesota. I
Have you
promise
guys seen what's the freaking movie with Jack Black where he's got the big old gal? but he
Yeah.
doesn't know it.
Shallow Hal.
Shallow
Shallow
Hal.
Hal, yeah.
Yeah.
Trevor's the tiny gal on the front of the boat, and there's a big old boy in the back. His paddle's not even in the water. He's just up there.
Miriam.
What do you mean, tiny guy?
Yeah, we'd put a big old boy in the back of that thing. He'd be tiny up there. Just paddle out of the water.
And
You do great. You would do great, T-Bone.
Thanks, buddy.
You'd love it.
So, Joe, how far are you from home? Because you're at the office, right?
Yeah, I'm about 2.5 hours from Raleigh. But
No, I mean,
I've got a place
right
here.
now. Yeah,
Oh, right now, 3 minutes.
yeah.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, my place.
Yeah,
My
relevant.
place is just up the road here, so I'll be here until Friday. I'm gonna surprise to Dan. I'm gonna go out fishing tomorrow for probably
Son of a
6 to 8
gun!
hours.
You got a beer koozie with you? You can bring a koozie with you just in case.
Hell yeah,
Keep your hands
absolutely.
warm. Keep your hands warm.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey, going back to this, talking about the Alaska trip, to hear from everybody, what is your bucket trip? Like mine would be Alaska, caribou hunt, salmon, steelhead fish during the day for 10 days off the grid type of thing.
can you do both? Like, are the caribou that close to
Yes.
the coastline?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You can do both.
Yeah, mine would definitely be Alaska. Second, very close second to that is Africa.
I want to do red stag in Argentina
Oh, Scotland,
Oh.
red stag
With
in
the-
Scotland.
with
Yes.
the bow.
Yeah.
I could see doing New Zealand too, because New Zealand would be fucking sweet, but it's way more cost effective to go in Argentina, and then all day
Right.
long you can also shoot other shit. This is my
I
understanding.
also want to go fishing in Cedros Island, but I'm not allowed to do that.
Yeah, you actually like you have to wait a year.
you can wait a year. You're allowed. Just you got to wait another year.
I have a feeling he's messing with me. I'm
There's
gonna
a
send
wait
him a
list.
text as soon as we get off and be like, "Hey, man, seriously, am I really out?"
I'm telling you, the first person that Venmos me gets the spot. Yeah, the Venmo hasn't hit yet or anything. So
It's you got one spot
that's
though.
what signs the deal.
You got
What's your
one spot
iPage?
left though.
That's what I paid him, and then I asked my wife if it's okay. I was just like, "Oh, this is happening."
It's like chance of a lifetime. Like you're asking, like, where would you go? I'm like, I already did it last year.
All right, I just sent it.
I asked Heather that night. I was like, "Are you game?" She's like, "Yep." And I was like, "Damn, double deposit. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
double.
go."
Yep, we're doing it.
because he's paying for him and his wife. Yeah.
Yeah,
tough
I'm
one,
just
man.
I just know what would happen. I would end up committing, sending you the money, and then canceling last minute because something comes up. My life is freaking hectic, man.
You're a don'ter.
So I just Mhm.
You're either a doer or a
How do
don'ter.
you live like that, Trevor?
It
You're
just
either a
is, man.
finder, you're either a finder or you're a founder. Be a finder.
Which one do you want to be?
Yeah. I don't actually know. I don't actually know.
Wait, what does this thing say? Is this a long story? Is that what it says?
That's what
Yeah.
that says. Yeah. He doesn't have patience for the long ones. He just needs
My
to know.
bucket list trip would be any float hunt, multi-species float hunt, because
Yeah,
I can
Alaska.
fish. I
Alaska.
can fish on the float hunt, and then like maybe like moose and mule deer or something on a
Yep.
float hunt. I think that is just like the most like
I
in
have
tune
to
with
agree with that.
nature type thing. Like you're on a
Fully
river
agree.
like our ancestors were. You're camping on the river. You're hunting multi-species. You're fishing while you're going. Like I don't care where it's at. Just I've been looking at like a hunt like that on the Missouri River a lot because it's probably the most like realistic one to happen here anytime soon. But
See, that would be great. And even if we set something up like that with Boob, where it's a 2 years out goal, and we all contribute to a fun
Can't commit to
pile of
that.
some sort, and have a limit
Sure,
of
can't
6
commit.
guys or whatever, rock it out.
yeah,
I'm sorry, J Dog. Don't get mad at me, buddy.
We can do that in Kentucky. Actually, the Green River's right there, Cole. We can do that. We can fish all day. We can go dove
not-
hunting, go fishing, and then go whitetail hunting in the afternoon. Now we don't need to scout anymore. We know where they like to be. Just go hunt our
doesn't quite
spots in
fit
the
the vision I had, but
I think I might bring a
It's a-
shotgun with this year though, and go drink some beer and shoot some doves in the morning.
yeah, dude, I
I've
can't
seen
believe
you
guys
shoot
didn't
a
do that.
shotgun.
That was so much fun. I had a blast doing that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
almost
coming.
shot a guy. Like
He shouldn't have been
Wait a minute.
standing there. He shouldn't have been standing there.
exactly. Should have been standing there.
Yeah. Cole and I have a sneaky good spot where, and actually, that the last 2 years, that's where I shot my bucks. Was out of that parking lot.
Yeah.
Where
2 years in a row.
they
Day one, Dano.
yeah, 2 years in a row, day one. Not huge bucks, both like 2.5-year-old deer, but sweet looking velvet bucks. And first evening, like first hunt, and we went into the lot where they have a dove hunt going on. And so nobody else is going in there because there's people banging shotguns and shit like that. And so you just like nobody hunts it, right? Because there's a bunch of guns going off and whatever, and it's opening a bow season. And you just like push back in there far enough, and it just has all the deer congregated a little bit farther back. And so it's like, go in there. Hey, there's a decent buck. Should I shoot it? Nah, it's not huge, but I'm here to shoot some deer and drink some beer. So like, you check this one box off. Let's go. So take all real.
Yeah.
did tell Ben.
Is
was hanging out.
road hunting frowned upon there?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's Kentucky. Who knows what goes? I feel
It's
like
like
anything-
masturbating on an airplane.
Oh, hey, oh, public space. Hello.
It's hard to road hunt when the soybeans are 6 feet tall. You're either in a cornfield or a soybean field, and when a doe is standing out in a soybean field, you only can see the tops of her ears.
I feel like me and Trevor can get a lot of cool stuff done though from the truck.
Oh, for sure. Listen. So
A truck is
apparently,
basically a climber, so
Yeah,
apparently DNR has a 3-year what's it called when it's like you can't go
eye
back.
on you.
You can't go back 3 years.
Statute of
probation.
limitation.
Statute of limitation. Thank you.
Yeah.
They have a 3-year statute of limitation. I found that out. That's nice to know. So you're good.
Your 6-pointer didn't make it 3 years. Is what you're saying.
No, but
So
the other
his-
violations.
His new product is like a saddle that sits on top of the car. It's like,
I think
Bro,
that's
that was
called the
3 years
lazy
ago.
boy. J Dog, I'm pretty sure that's called the lazy boy. The turret.
I saw Trevor's truck. It's the new F-250 Summit edition, so we'll be all right.
Oh man, that's a great idea. That's a
Yep.
great idea. You got 2 on top.
Mhm.
I haven't
You
seen
can, go,
that.
you can go kitty corner.
That's because it doesn't exist, Cole. You missed that. It was a joke. We're sorry.
You could go one up top and one in the bed. You know, you get a backup shooter.
That there's a lot I could say
Yep.
to that.
Yeah, I totally
wow.
thought you were talking about bunk beds.
So much room for activities.
Don't touch my fucking drum set. All right,
All right,
dudes.
boys.
We'll
It's
rub
about
our necks
midnight.
on there.
It's about that time. We're pushing the 2.5 hour mark. I mean, we
Plus,
can
it's
just
going
keep going.
downhill fast.
We can keep going, but we got
Maybe
some
just
East
turn the
Coasters
live
in here.
off.
We used to, this is no joke, when I'd have like a guest on, we would do the show and then we'd turn it off and turn it back on for just the BS session, and then that would be its own like standalone little episode of just this. But now like the whole show is just this, so why fucking start it and stop it when we're just gonna do this the whole time?
At
Especially
this
on,
point, you can say whatever you want. Nobody's listening. It's like nobody's made it this far.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
finally.
yeah.
That Zig
Now we're in
guy?
the clear. Now we're in the clear. Yeah, that's Scott Ziegler, dude.
What a loser.
Zig's over in the California trailer.
Yeah, he's with those California boys. He's in love with those boys. Can't get enough of them.
You should do I found this show last night on Amazon. It's called Last to Laugh. And I was losing it, dude. They take like 10 of the funniest comedians and they put them in a room and they're not allowed to laugh. And if you laugh, you're out. You could do that on a Zoom call, like the
That'd be
whole
fun.
show. If you laugh, you're out. You're out of the Zoom call.
Oh, dude,
Until
Zig would be out so
one
fast.
person laughs.
He would lose every
I'd be
time.
out second.
It's so funny.
Man, I've never been booted from a trip so fast in my life.
Dude, you had time. You had weeks.
Yeah, you had a month. You
Yeah.
had a few weeks.
Hey, but like I said, his Venmo hasn't hit yet. So
No, I can't do it, man. It just
all right.
I can't commit that far
All,
out.
all that would happen is Trevor would Venmo you, and then like a week or two later, he'd be like, Hey,
something
Chris
comes
Cook,
up.
Yeah,
can you Venmo me and take my spot?
exactly.
Four businesses and 3 kids. My life is just not that free, but
You got some irons in the fire. You got some variables at play.
What do you have
I'm-
anything planned, Trevor?
no,
Kentucky.
I can't.
He's
I
going to
can't.
Kentucky.
I can't
Not one
plan
thing.
anything. It's always a last minute thing. That's why I always do a lot of local stuff. Like
You need a life audit. Time to
no,
restructure, man.
it's a phase. It's a very short phase.
Joe's
Normally,
available for hire.
normally I'm totally free, but I'm starting a gutter installation company right now.
Oh yeah,
I'm starting
Cole,
a
he sounds a
landscaping-
little bit like you right now.
yeah. Like
As a matter
we're
of fact.
semi in the same season of life.
You guys
That's
are
'cause we're
best friends.
besties.
You guys are best friends. So.
I got.
So I just have a lot going on, and then I've got the real estate side of it, and it's like, all right, I can't commit to anything right now.
Yeah,
It won't last long. Another 2 years, maybe.
Cole, the only-
that's what I was
the
gonna
only
ask was, do you-
difference- Cole,
What?
I just want to like lay this out real quick. Is like the only difference is you have like a business and then kind of like maybe kind of another one, and like Trevor's got like that one, but then the other one, well, and then the other two, and then he's got the kid, but then he has the other kid too, and then that other kid too, and then
I gotta
he's
reflect
married
on
too.
this though.
And then he's married too, so he's also
I
always.
don't even know their birthdays. Like I can't commit to anything.
Dude, you should have seen me at Shields tonight. The lady was laughing at me trying to buy this gun because she's like, "What's their social security number?" I was like, "Shit, I gotta call."
No
Marty.
idea.
Right?
I
I have
couldn't
no
give you
idea.
one
Right? So
number.
I call Marty. I get the social security number. She's like, "What's their birthday?" And I'm just like, "Oh my god." You know, it's like, oh, it's in June.
never call a dad.
You're like,
No.
What year is it? Like, let's see if I can get the month and the year right. And I'm just gonna make them a date and see if we hit the.
I
hit
can
the
tell you
nail
how
on it.
old they are. That's pretty good. I'm pretty proud of that.
She's 9. No, wait, she's about to turn 9. She's 8.
I don't know what grade they're in. That's a ridiculous question. What grade are they in? I don't know.
Oh, I got that.
Fifth?
I still got that on
Third?
lockdown. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
J-Dog.
Single digits. They're single digits.
What school do they even go to?
Trevor has to go hang out with
Elementary.
you for just like 3 days.
yeah.
That's it. 3 days because I'm a single dad, 2 locations, 3 different businesses, juggle their sports, which is 4 different ones right now. Delegation is key in letting go, and it will still work because
No.
employees cost you nothing, and go hunting and fishing the rest of your life. Just do it.
Yeah. I hear
Do you have a plan in place? Like, do you have a vision to get yourself out of, or
I am out of the business. No, see, y'all are all taking it wrong. I'm very little involved in Clean Image. Very little. Maybe 12 hours a week. But it's being available that scares me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a weirdo, but
You'll have
I
cell
just
phone
want you
service.
to go to Cedros.
You'll have cell phone service where like
No,
not that far offshore. The phone works. There's satellite.
genuinely?
That's true.
asking?
It's not.
I'm just trying to hang out with you more.
That's it.
oh, hey, you tell
We
me
just
when
wanna hang out
and
with
where
Trey.
I'll be in Ohio.
Be careful
the
what you
fall.
wish for. Hey, let's just be careful. Let's be careful what you wish for.
I'm coming to Ohio. Soon as you
Yeah,
give
I'd
me
be
the
like,
invite.
I have
Just the
3
time-
weeks open in Ohio.
Just the time
I'll
the
take
deer
all
are
3.
gonna about the time
3
the
weeks, I'm in.
animals are gonna start moving, about the time like it's the magic hour, Trevor's gonna be like, I gotta piss. Like it's just like it's inevitable.
Yeah,
It's true.
It's inevitable.
I don't buy green bananas. So that's planning too far ahead, man.
I can tell you what, Cole, your belt buckle is famous out here in Southern California. I'm like, man, this one guy wins, like, nice belt buckle. I was like, hey, man, did you get that? You're like, yeah, I won that. I was like, damn, it's for real. He actually won that. Like, we don't have that kind of shit. So you know
Hell
that
yeah.
story. So if you ever come out here, you got to bring your butt buckle.
It ain't cool if you buy them down here.
What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
Tell him.
Well, I got a belt. I wore it on our trip. You didn't see my belt buckle?
What? You're like a cowboy or something?
Yeah.
He's an ice
Yeah,
fishing
well,
cowboy.
Yeah. That's the only way to
What-
get them. It's frowned
doing
upon
what?
when you buy them. It's like using a climber.
It's like buying taxidermy for your restaurant.
Yeah. garage
What'd you
sale
do? You
text
won
and-
a bull riding competition?
that specific one that I had there was actually an NRA one. That one was from a shooting competition. It's a Montana Silversmith belt buckle.
It was the
was-
consolation prize for paying the entry fees. He didn't actually
You don't.
shoot.
Yeah.
He
You
didn't
don't
shoot.
want.
He didn't,
You don't want none.
he didn't show up.
Yeah,
I'll
it was
come
a
take that
plinking
buckle,
contest.
Plink, plink.
No, it was a shooting competition one. Won that, but yeah, it was kind of
It
a
must
big
not,
rodeo.
it must
town
not have
down
been
there.
archery. What the hell were you shooting?
No,
You can plink
it
with
was
archery.
I think it was like 22s or something. I was little.
Archery's more like a thud than a plink.
The
Yeah,
belt buckle was like this big, dude.
Yeah.
It was a legit Montana Silversmith buckle. So those are like $400 or $500 buckles.
Shoo. All right, I'm going.
Shit.
Love y'all. Peace.
Let's go. All right,
Oh yeah.
It's getting late.
Later.
East Coast boys. Peace
Good
out.
night.
Business nerds, you guys know what to do. Work smarter and harder. Go on yourselves in pride. We'll see you out in the woods or on the water. Until then, drink some beers and don't fall in the ice hole.
No ice holes.
No ice holes. All right. See y'all.
Like,
Peace.